Yeah. Work with an umpire here, so I gotta give him some props. What'd you get? Did you get? Is it wires or?
Wired, yep.
Wires hit this?
Yep, that's
Hippus.
Yep. I actually, she told me Wheezy, not Wheeze. She told me Wheezy.
Wheezy, okay.
Thinking I should try something else on it.
We'll ask them in chat.
Talking to some of these Xavier fans, let them know that pointed out the, and they said they already noticed it. Send it back to their family already. That it's going to
Yep.
be on.
I contacted or talked to their coach, and he was going to post it on their baseball page. He said they saw some stuff all over on Facebook already, and I said, I don't know, I don't do anything with Facebook anymore, so maybe some of our fans posted it on Facebook, but let me know when we're ready.
We have 5 minutes and 31 seconds. All right. The rule is 3. Anybody can.
So inconsistent.
You could be a really good one a couple years ago.
It's St. Patty averages Weaver has 28. So.
You should be able to bump his way on for 180 every time you get back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'd think, right?
I got both of them. This is our roster.
Yeah, see, it shrinks every once in a while. There should also be a bar in there that you can push to stop it from rocking. No? Ooh, there you go.
3 minutes and 40 seconds, and we'll go right out of this thing.
You want me to run the intro? I can run the intro on here and not on the radio.
Yeah. So
And then that'll right at the intro, that'll bring you back in right away. Or unless you want it on the radio. If you want it there, I can leave it there.
Or you should have it
It's
on
a
the
minute
radio.
29.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll do it right out of it. We'll just since
Okay.
we're talking like 3 minutes.
Yep, just tell me and then I'll hit it.
Is it Harakawa, head coach? Did you guys the head coach's name? Is it Harakawa?
Yeah, Fairfield, yeah.
Harakawa.
Do you want some tape to hold that down? Okay.
No, we fine.
My forearms sweat so bad that I have
Well,
to
usually if it gets that windy anyway, I got to close the window because it already picks up on the mic.
Oh yeah. So get that.
She wrote you a couple extra rules, you'll get the message over too.
Facebook Live on there?
What's that?
Oh, I like the mics are. For some reason Okay.
Wow.
Maybe I'll do what?
It feels good, though. I like it. I can just...
It's coming up the stairs where it's coming from.
Excuse me.
30 seconds. Jeff, which one is my headset? What number on there?
3. Or to sound which one you want.
The one, mine turned up a little bit just for my headset.
In your ear?
Yeah. Test 1, 2. Check.
Check. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Test
That
1,
better?
2. Nah. Well, I'll work on one. Okay, we got 5 seconds, and then this will stop, and you can 3 or 4. 3, 2, 1. Go.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new
Radio Plus Sports.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Cale Peterson. And Gracie Gopalin puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor into the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Waupun on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets.
Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walder's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right.
Off to the races the other way. Throws it up to Emba, throws it down and in. Unbelievable alley-oop to Ben Emba, and throws it down for the 2. What a feed into Ben Emba from Will Sines.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at RadioPlusInfo.com.
Welcome to the Gus and Waupun. Steve Witterhack along with Randy Armgay here to bring you the play-by-play. We got Jeff Sauer here with his definitely his complicated camera scheme he has here, but we're glad to have him along for our video streaming because we're going to bring you a game you don't expect at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday. It's a regional championship Division II boys baseball game. The Waupun Warriors taking on the Xavier Hawks here at the Gus in Waupun, and a bit breezy out here, otherwise a reasonable day, a little warm if I want to be nitpicky about anything, but here we are doing a game a day early and about 4 hours earlier than we normally would in any day, Randy.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened here. The Hawks, I think, were the ones asking for this game to be moved up. For if it's a graduation situation, what, I'm not sure.
It is a graduation, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jeff.
Yep.
And, Waupun complying with that, making everything work for that team. So early start, and if you're listening, let your friends and neighbors know.
Yeah, get it out there. Get it out there that we're out there. People working right now. It's just an unusual time. A lot of people normally busy at this time, so we'll let people that they can either listen on the radio, 93.7 FM, 103.3 FM, or AM 1170, or find us on RadioPlusInfo.com. And we did the softball game last night. Jeff did the baseball game. We had you covered on Radio Plus, and we had people from all over the country. 4 different states were watching us in that softball game that went to the 9th inning, and Waupun finally won it 5-4 to get to the big game tomorrow. But looking forward to seeing the boys again here in the postseason. A close game from them yesterday, and maybe Jeff, you could give me a little lowdown on what you saw in that game against New London. Waupun winning 3-2.
Yeah, the Waupun could not get their bats rolling. They left 10 runners on base, and twice they had bases loaded and could not push a run across. It was they just were not hitting the ball at a timely manner. Mason Holtz was on the mound. He did a fantastic job of pitching, but the New London team was ready for it, and they did a good job of hitting him and getting the hits when it was most opportune for them to be able to push their 2 runs across. If it wasn't for the defense, though, who turned 3 double plays, I'm not sure that they would have been able to advance. But they did grit it out and are able to hold on to a 3-2 lead into the 7th.
I see Evan Sauer had a couple of hits and 2 RBIs in the game, so he's, I guess, one of the few offensive stars for Waupun yesterday.
Yeah, he was super hot. He did a great job. I don't know, you probably know who's pitching today, but that's who I kind of thought it's either going to be Evan or Jake.
Krieger is on the mound.
Yeah. Jake came in and closed yesterday and threw 7 pitches. Mason went 6 2/3 and or 6 1/3, sorry, and then they had to bring in Jake to finish it out.
Yeah, looking forward to what should be a great game here today. Always a good battle when you take on Xavier. They've always got pretty quality sports programs over there, whether it's basketball or baseball, and football team's normally pretty good over there. So we expect a pretty good competition. The Xavier Hawks, coached by Tom Haricala, and they're out of the Bay Conference. They finished second behind Menasha. Menasha finishing at 15-3, and Xavier in second place at 12-6, and the Hawks were 16-8 overall on the season. They knocked off Wautoma yesterday to get to this game by a score of 4-1. And Waupun sitting at 21-4, and they're the 8th-ranked team in their sectional out of 4 teams that are ranked in their sectional yet. So it's a tough sectional, including the team that's won state the last couple of years with Denmark on the very top of this sectional. We're on the bottom, so you wouldn't see them until the sectional championship, but that's a pretty tough team that anybody has to face over on this side. And you also have number 9 Notre Dame in the upper half, and Chilton is a possible opponent. They're taking on Campbellsport in their ball game today, and the winner of that game will play the winner of this game in the sectional semifinals coming up next week.
Yeah, you never know how things are going to play out, and these sectionals and these things are set so far ahead of time, and then you find out teams that are sometimes one sectional is just totally loaded and another one doesn't really have any ranked teams or any very competitive teams. It's just the way things work, and this year Waupun and Xavier finding themselves in a very good one.
Okay, so Steve and Randy here with you to bring you this game, a regional championship game at the Gus and Waupun. Come on down, cheer for your team, but if you can't, just keep on watching and listening, and definitely invited to do that. Let anybody else know out there that we are on right here at 1 o'clock for this regional championship. Jeff doing the video streaming. And we're going to take a break right now. We'll come back with the starting lineups for both teams in the beginning of this afternoon's regional championship. Waupun taking on Xavier in this regional championship game on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Kasasa Rewards checking accounts? All Kasasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Kasasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
A reputation for being the best, the toughest zero-turn mower ever made doesn't come easy. It's earned by a precision cut, a perfectly manicured lawn, a job well done. It's earned by outworking, outperforming, and outdoing with horsepower, handling, and versatility. It's heavy-duty build quality and cutting power that means business. Introducing Bobcat Zero-Turn Mowers. Bring tough to turf. See Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun and Watertown today, your official Bobcat dealer.
Hi, this is Bucky with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Wisconsin weather, it goes through the phases, like us. Whether you need a repair to your current system or an upgrade to a brand new one, we have you covered in all seasons and all phases. Ask about our Guardian maintenance plans to help keep your units running efficiently and reliably all year through. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
Every piece of land has a story. The Upshaw's right there's with a John Deere 1 Series tractor they call Penny.
When your project comes up, you have to just jump in and get involved with it.
From front loader to backhoe, the Upshaws have the tools to DIY all day long. Get a 1 Series tractor starting at $129 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
Contact Ballweg Implement in either of their 2 locations, Waupun or Beaver Dam. Go online anytime at ballweg.biz.
We're back.
Welcome back to the Gus and Waupun. Steve Winterhack along with Randy Armga here to bring you the play-by-play. Jeff Sauer on the video streaming, and we are set to bring you Waupun Warrior Baseball, a regional championship game in Division II as Waupun takes on the Hawks of Xavier. Thanks for adjusting with us like we had to too. Change some plans and make it happen here today. Made sure to get all my work done and radio stuff done earlier today, and I'm ready to go. Let's take a look at Waupun defensively, first of all. On the mound for Waupun, Jake Krieger, 2-3 on the season with a 3.66 ERA behind the plate. Very good catcher in Hunter Camp, one of the 2 seniors on the roster for Waupun. Chase Beam over at first base. Bryant Ferris, he is at second base. Evan Sauer at short. Emmett Hull over at third base. We got freshmen at the corners here for Waupun. And you got Conrad Davis, the other senior, out in left field. Center fielder is Mason Holtz, and Ethan Cunningham is the right fielder. Taking a look at the batting order for the Xavier Hawks. Luke Krall, the center fielder, batting first, followed by Anthony Wires. He is the shortstop. Parker Bleck is batting third, and he is the first baseman. Cleanup batter is Reed Hitbus, and he is the third baseman. Then pitcher Tyler Brightman, he is batting fifth, followed by Matt Potter, the right fielder. Designated hitter Spencer Reed, batting eighth is Gavin Weesey. Did we get that confirmed at all, Scott? Okay, well, maybe somebody, if they're watching from Xavier, and if it's wrong, let us know. But that's the pronunciation we got from a Xavier parent, I believe, Weezy. And that is their second baseman, and Maddox Anderson. He is the catcher. Reed Flick will be playing defense for them out in left field and is being DH for the batting order. But we are ready to play some ball here, Randy. And what would you have been doing here this afternoon if we didn't have this going on?
Probably planting a tree in my yard. I got the hole dug. I was kind of hoping you'd come and help me after the game.
Oh, really?
Big tree. Putting in a big tree in a big hole.
Okay, well, I can go dig a few.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
You don't have to help.
I could.
What a beautiful day for baseball. A little overcast, which is probably good.
Here's the first pitch of the ball game. And that's a fastball and a called strike. No offer from Luke Krall. 89 degrees at game time here, 12:59 with the first pitch. Got started just a little bit early today, but we are underway here at the Gus and Waupun. Next pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. Quickly makes the count 0-2.
Yeah, you know you'll get strikes out of Jake Krieger. He likes to pound the zone. Pitches to contact. Hoping for some ground balls.
The 0-2 pitch. Tried to get that one to curve in, but maybe just stayed a little bit inside on that, but didn't get the call. And he held his position there for a while, waiting for that batter to get rung up. Nice place to throw that in. Pretty confident. Comes a 1-2 pitch. Tried the same thing and just fights that one off, just rolls it barely on the ground over the first base side of the mound, and picking it up easily is Krieger to get the out at first. So 1 up and 1 down. Brings up Anthony Wares up to bat.
Krieger and Camp decided to go back to the curveball after he didn't get the call on a very close pitch. Came back with the same pitch.
Left-handed hitter with Wares up to bat. And he hits one out towards the right center field, and drifting over there and bringing it in is Mason Holtz out in center field for 2 outs. I like those at-bats.
Yeah.
Not much adds on to your pitch total for the day.
Exactly. That's always such a factor now. Pitchers used to nibble more, try and get the edges if they were ahead in the count or get someone to chase. Now you have to stay around that strike zone, try and keep yourself into the game.
So nobody on, 2 down, and the first pitch going to drop out of the strike zone, low for ball 1. Parker Bleck up to bat, the first baseman. See how many people didn't have to work here today. Quite a few people. A lot of retirees out there, too. So 1-0 the count. Next pitch is going to miss off the plate and low. Makes it a 2-0 count.
Just getting underway. Anybody maybe listening, come on down. Plenty of time yet.
2-0 the count for Bleck, and that one comes right at us. Thank goodness for the netting. That was coming right at us. And makes the count 2-1 on that foul ball.
Now they moved this game up to 1 o'clock because of Xavier's graduation. They didn't have an umpire. Coach, or
Mr. Dish give you a call. This one's in foul territory, Randy. Let me know what happens. And
it's out of play.
On top of the roof of the dugout for Waupun on the first base side.
Yeah, I'll take care of this right field side. You take care of the left field. We're kind of crammed in here on the window. But, yeah, Coach or Athletic Director Dish was looking for an umpire yet this morning. Just felt it was something. I would have only done it in an absolute emergency. Just felt it wasn't the right thing doing a tournament game for Waupun, so I helped him find someone.
All right. It's not an easy job. That is the job I don't think most people want, trying to find umpires, especially nowadays. It seems like how many contacts did you have a day looking for umpires and wanting to fill in for people when people dropped out or games got changed because of weather and things like that. You had quite a few contacts every day for that, didn't you?
Yeah, sometimes it's ridiculous, just in the district, which is a couple of counties around here, you might get 20, 30 emails in one day.
2-2 pitch. Again.
Room, maybe. No.
Makes it out of play over on the right field side.
Chase Beam making a very nice effort there as he ran into the fence, but probably 4 feet away from him, out of play.
Still remember that play by Jordan Daney when he made that one over by the gate over there along the fence. He got all cut up. He got him.
That's right.
But he made a nice catch over there right by the fence. Just gave up his body and hauled it in.
They added some padding to that bolted together area after that happened.
2-2 pitch again, and this is hit high in the air out towards center field. Holtz not moving until takes a few steps up now. Right directly at him, and he hauls it in. Makes a couple catches out there in center field. 3 up and 3 down, and Waupun will be up in the bottom half of inning number 1 in just 90 seconds on RP Sports.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today. This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online.
Bottom of inning number 1. Steve and Randy with you, along with Jeff. To bring you the first at-bats for Waupun. Emmett Howell up first, called strike on the first pitch into him from Tyler Brightman, their starting pitcher. Tall, lanky, right-handed pitcher. Waupun's batting order, Mason Holtz batting second. Next pitch, fastball's going to miss high. Then Evan Sauer, Jake Krieger, Chase Beam batting fifth, followed by Ethan Cunningham, Bryant Ferris, Conrad Davis, and Hunter Camp. 1-1 pitch is going to miss low, makes it a 2-1 count.
Brightman, he's not messing around here. He is one of the quicker workers I've seen. Wow.
2-1 and just a bit off the plate on that last pitch makes it a 3-1 count. If you want to let us know you're out there, a little encouraging message for your team, whether it's Xavier or Waupun, just make sure you go on the chat line. You can let us know. And loses him in 5 pitches, so a walk issued to Emmett Hull, who leads the team in that category, taking walks. Just finding any way to get on base.
Emmett, he's had a nice season at the plate for a freshman. So many young players in this team have performed well.
Mason Holtz steps up now for the Warriors. Called strike on the first pitch into him. Holtz batting .315 on the season. And Mason good wherever you put him. He's going to bunt one right in front of the catcher. He's got to make a good throw, and does. Gets him by a step over at first base, but Emmett moving over to second base. So Mason doing his job, advancing his teammate over to second. So 1 down, runner at second base, and that'll bring up Evan Sauer, and he's been swinging a good bat lately. 365, 24 RBIs to lead the team in that category. 3 home runs. Also fast, leads the team in stolen bases, too, with 21.
Very good athlete, Evan Sauer.
Yeah, he definitely understands the game. Fun to watch him out there. A good leader out there. Almost like having a third senior or something on the team with him out there. Lead by example.
A lot of experience for the junior.
Yeah.
Varsity experience.
Hits that one sharply right past Coach Stanky. Had to duck out of the way. A hard hit ball on the left field side, and takes it all the way out to the fence eventually.
I had that game Oakfield Waupun played after they both received byes in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a tune-up game for both teams, and Evan Sauer hit one, I don't know, somewhere up on the hill by the apartments out there. In the first inning, it gave Waupun a 3-0 lead, and Oakfield kind of was shell-shocked after that.
Goes opposite field with this one out towards right field. Backing up is the right fielder. And hauls it in for the out. Runner tags, and be a play over at third base, and good backup by the pitcher as it skips past. Emmett getting up a little slowly after a head-first dive over at third base. Fly out to right field from Evan Sauer.
Emmett took off a little bit from second. He had to go back and tag. Still able to get in safely. He's asking for time right now just to gather himself a little bit. Looks like he's okay. Just maybe the wind knocked out of him a bit.
And we've seen some harmless slides back into the base that ended up being like a season ender for for people that we've seen in the past. With Reed, his name that hurt his shoulder a few years back on a slide back into first base.
Reese Holman?
Yeah, Reese Holman on that. That was just seemed like this the most innocent little slide back into first base. Ends up needing surgery on it, and his season was done.
Yeah, I was speculating at the time. I thought, well, he just jammed his fingers or something. It turned out to be a serious.
Oh, this gets past the catcher all the way back to the backstop, and Waupun first on the board, sliding in again with no throw to home plate. He is Waupun's Emmett Hull, and Waupun now leading 1-0 here in the bottom half of inning number 1. A ball getting past the catcher all the way back to the backstop.
Yeah. The ever important tag up that Emmett had from second, got to third. Able to score right there.
And trusting his sliding abilities after getting a little dinged up on that one over at third base. Comes in without a throw to home plate, but slid in head first. Next pitch misses outside, and Jake Krieger is issued a walk. So no hits yet. One has come in for Waupun, but 2 walks in the inning. And Waupun leading 1-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Landon Richter coming in to run for Waupun's Jake Krieger, our pitcher. And Chase Beam stepping up to the plate now for the Warriors.
Yeah, another young fellow having a really nice season. He came off the bench early on, played a little bit of JV, I think, in the first few weeks, and got his feet wet, and now he's a full-time starter.
Over first, not in time. He doesn't look like a freshman when he's out there. I mean, he's a solidly built kid. Batting in that number 5 spot in the batting order, so definitely a guy that they expect to be bringing a few runs. Called strike on the next pitch in. A fastball. Ethan Cunningham awaiting on deck, and Ethan's another one that's been kind of tearing it up here during the season. Strike call, runner goes, and easy tag over at second base to get the out, but not before Waupun gets a couple guys on with walks. 1 run scores, and after 1 complete, it is Waupun leading 1-0. Well, the top of the second inning coming your way in just 90 seconds on RP Sports.
Andy with us here at the other bar, Main Street in Waupun. The patio is going to be open if you want to brave the heat and humidity, Andy, right?
We finally got some good weather going, so yes, the patio is open at 11 o'clock daily. We serve food from 11, and our kitchen closes at 9 o'clock at night. We got specials going almost every day of the week. Monday, of course, we have pizza special along with all-you-can-eat shrimp and fries. Tuesday is Mexican all day. Wednesdays is wings after 4. Thursday is build your own burger. Friday is fish, of course, all day long. Saturday is appetizer special, buy one, get one half off. And our daily board changes by the day. You'll have to stop in and see what Tierney's rolling out of the kitchen for that day.
Meat raffle coming up on Sunday, right? Talk about that.
2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, yes. It's meat day once again. This week's proceeds are going to the Recording Angel. The mayor of Waupun, Ron Bishop, is spearheading that one, so he'll be part of that, of course. You'll have to come down and see Heather and Bryce at 2 o'clock on Sunday, and we'll do the meat raffle and kick it off and have some good times.
Have a great week, Andy. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Nick. Go Brewers.
Andy with us here from the other bar.
Okay, we are back at the Gus in Waupun. Top of the second inning. Coming up to bat this inning, number 4, 5, and 6 in the batting order, Reed Hippus. Also Tyler Brightman and Matt Potter. The right-handed batter with Hippus coming up to the plate. Trying to find some stats on these guys, but really one of those teams that does not record it in Max Preps or in Wiz Sports. That one right down Main Street to call it strike. No offer from Hippus.
I wonder if that is a conference expectation, because this is New London was out of the Bay Conference as well, and they didn't have their stuff either.
Yeah, they may keep it at other places. And this one is hit up the middle, and that's going to be a leadoff single off the bat of Reed Hippus out to center field. So first batter on base, Tyler Brightman coming up now, the pitcher.
Skies are darkening. Almost thought I saw a few raindrops maybe in the sky, but not much.
Yeah, 30% chance, they said on the National Weather Service on my morning show. Yeah, there's some, definitely drops on the ground right now outside on the cement. So, yeah, it's a little rain right now. That definitely was a possibility. 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms.
It has not rained in how long? In weeks?
It's been nice. The grass slowed down a little bit. That was the bad.
It's not good for my electronics, though, sitting out there in the rain.
Yeah.
They sell little umbrellas for those things. You can put a little umbrella on top of it. Flips on.
Yeah. Not raining very hard, but yeah, just a few scattered drops right now, here and there.
Just one umbrella up so far. 1-1 pitch from Krieger. Oh, gets that one to bend in. Kind of starts right about the chin of the batter. Sweeps right down and catches the inside part of the plate for a called strike. Puts the count at 1-2.
You do not need a timer on either of these pitchers. They're working quick.
Oh, that one coming in and just trying to protect himself with the bat was Brightman, and just kind of fouls it off over on the first base side. But that's more of a just a protect yourself type of thing. Count remains 1-2 to Brightman. Matt Potter awaiting on deck. Bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. One of the better places to call a game from out of all the baseball diamonds that we go to.
Krieger trying to be efficient. He's keeping his pitches in the strike zone, but Brightman fouling them off, making him work.
Runner goes. Here's the throw, and safe at second base. Here's the runner, Hippus. One of those guys that's not used to this kind of field and overslid it a little bit and just had to kind of hang on with his toes on the base to stop his momentum from sliding off the base.
Yeah, the turf slides a little fast, a little quick.
2-2 the count now for Tyler Brightman. With nobody out, runner at second base, 1-0 lead for Waupun. That is strike 3. They say he caught the outside part of the plate going down looking as Brightman. So 1 down, and that'll bring up Matt Potter. He's the right fielder and a right-handed hitter for the Xavier Hawks. Start seeing the rain a little bit more right now. As See a few more umbrellas. Just the one so far. Maybe a lot of people didn't bring an umbrella.
Yeah, probably not.
But it wasn't the forecast. I would have had one just at my side just in case.
You can smell it in the air now. It's been a long time since we've had that odor of rain in the sky.
It was a 1-0 pitch. That stays high. Makes the count now 2-0. Definitely see it on your computers if you're watching it right now on TV and watching us on Radio Plus Info.com. Coming through pretty clear, the rain coming down. Still at runner at second base. And a 2-0 count to Matt Potter. He's going to step out. Trigger taking a little too long for his liking.
Yeah, the one positive here, playing on the turf at Gus Thompson Field, you can definitely play through some rain, as long as the mound holds up.
Another pitch is going to stay high, makes the count 3-0. Wish they would have put one more window so we can see what's coming on the west, where most of the weather is coming from. Almost any time you play here, but you can definitely see the rain. 3-0 the count now to Matt Potter. This pitch is going to miss inside, so 4 straight pitches missing the strike zone. Puts runners now at first and second base with just one down, and Spencer Reed, the DH, he is coming up to bat now for the Hawks. Don't forget, tomorrow, be heading up to Seymour to bring you a sectional championship game, a game to go to state. Always the most exciting level in high school sports, that sectional final game. And Waupun Lady Warriors taking 9 innings to earn their way there and knocking off KML 5-4 yesterday. And they'll be heading to Seymour to take on Freedom, the only ranked team that's left in their sectional, number 3 ranked team in the state. Swing and a miss on the first pitch into Reed. That game scheduled to start at 5 o'clock. We'll be there with the video streaming if they allow us to go there. That is hit out towards right field, and coming in is Cunningham. He'll make the catch. Runners will stay right where they're at. So nice out there for Waupun, keeping everybody where they're at, and 2 outs now on the board.
Quality throw there by Ethan.
Gavin Weezy up to bat. Number 8 in the batting order, their second baseman. And Matt Schislevitz is tuned in with us right now and says, you guys sound great in the voices of Waupun Sports. Thank you, Matt.
2010 graduate.
Yes. Did you just have Matt, you just have a kid?
No.
He didn't? Or did he just get married?
He's been married for a little bit.
Oh. Matt, what's going on with you? Give us a little update, a little brief update here.
A lot of speculation.
We already have you married with a child already. So
I believe Matt is married, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure on that one. I don't know. He's like, okay, now we're going to really speculate. I think he lives in Iowa or somewhere. South Dakota, Scotty says he knows.
Okay.
I knew it was west of here.
1-1 pitch called strike. No offer on that pitch from Weezy. I know Matt was very involved with the baseball team too, and
he was.
He's a guy that had a passion for playing for baseball and just being part of it, and just being around it.
Yeah. Pitcher, mainly a pitcher, first baseman when he was playing.
Comes the 1-2 pitch. That's hit toward third base, and second hop right in the glove of Emmett Hall. Just touches third unassisted. So Waupun dodges a bullet. They do give up a base hit, 1 walk, a couple of runners stranded. Nobody scores. And after 1.5 innings, it is Waupun leading this game 1-0. On your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard, back with the bottom half of inning number 2 right after this on RP Sports.
The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
The roster here, you're not playing. Welcome back to the Gus and Waupun. Steve and Randy with you. Umbrellas are out, but we are playing baseball here on this afternoon game. Waupun leading 1-0, dodging a bullet in the top half of inning number 2, stranding a couple runners. Up first for the Warriors is Chase Beam.
Amazing. Everyone's visiting Sandy DeBoer at the concession stand, or at least underneath the roof near the concession stand.
Next pitch is hit out towards center field. Center fielder Luke Krull just has to range about 20 feet off to his left and hauls it in. So one down, nobody on, and Ethan Cunningham is now stepping to the plate for Waupun. Like I said, Ethan's been hitting very well. 371 on the season so far. And Scott Van Galen pointing out how young the team is. Waupun's got a lot of youth, but Xavier even, I don't know if they're younger if you count the grades all together, but they don't have a senior on the field. It's mostly just about all juniors that are on the field for them. Waupun sprinkles in a couple seniors and a couple of freshmen to kind of even things out. This one hitting foul territory off the bat of Cunningham and makes its way out of play.
Just ran out of room there was our first baseman.
It's kind of nice to have a window like that when we do the girls' games over at Jerry Meadema Field. So I like looking out the window to see the cars getting hit by the ball. It's kind of an exciting thing. Add some excitement to a foul ball.
I told you the other night I worked a game over there. Saw a Cadillac Escalade get drilled twice. Why would you park right there, driving a $90,000 vehicle, and put it right in harm's way?
And it's kind of poked over towards second base. A one-hopper in the glove of Gavin Weezy. Throws the first to Bleck to get the out. So 2 up and 2 down here. Matt gave us a whole biography here, and it's Matt is married back in 2017.
Yeah.
Lives in Sioux Falls, no kids.
Sioux Falls, there we go.
Always had to be involved in basketball and baseball. Definitely love to do that. And great memories of Austin and Derek, our sons, and many others growing up. Miss you around here, Matt. 0-1 the count. Now to Bryant Ferris. Next pitch is going to miss high. Makes the count 1-1.
Matt was one of the older ones in that class. He had a driver's license early. He used to give my son a ride to school.
So again, swung on and popped back. Mackenzie Chitko also watching right now. Mrs. Chitko's small engines class is cheering on their classmates. Go gold. Go small engines class. Thanks for joining us here today.
We are Waupun announcers, but we welcome everyone.
And going down, striking out is Bryant Ferris. Bryant Ferris out for Waupun. 3 up, 3 down. Nobody scores, of course, and Waupun still with that 1-0 lead. We'll head to the top of the third inning. Be back in just 60 seconds with more Waupun Warrior Baseball on RP Sports.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
She's made comments. Her friends have hinted. You even have pictures on your phone of what she wants. You know her type, her style, and her taste. Now all that's left is the ask. Hi, this is Kate from Geisberg's Jewelry. New diamond inventory has just arrived with a beautiful selection of engagement rings. Before you get down on one knee, come see us at Geisberg's Jewelry. 5 generations helping say, I do, in a special way. Geisberg's Jewelry, Main Street, downtown Waupun.
We are back at the Gus in Waupun. Sun has come back out. Doesn't know what it wants to do. Did you say we have some rain that's coming behind us, too, maybe? Possibly, I don't know. They were kind of giving an update.
Looks like the worst of it to the north of here, up towards the Rosendale-Oshkosh area, very dark.
It's mine.
Yeah, we are definitely inviting anybody also from Xavier to join us here today. We told some of the parents that are here and their fans. Got the word back to home, I'm sure. And we have calming ambiance. Said Xavier starting 2 sophomores and 2 freshmen, so the team's very similar on the youth that they have on the field. So this could be a battle for years to come. This one's going to miss a little high and away.
Did you ever have the chance to have a small engines class?
No, I should have.
Me too. I wish I would have. What a life skill. I wish I would have had that opportunity to take more of those type of classes. Maybe the building trades with
should have did that.
Daryl Amberg back in the day, and then
nobody wants me in there.
Yeah,
I kind of bombed out when I did the classes. I had some good friends that were really good at it. Hey, could you finish my little lamp that I was working on?
Yeah, I know.
Help me with it at least. So just not. Sometimes you just got to have it or not, but that does help to have those classes, those building classes. Yes. I know some people that they just took off as something they ended up doing in life and really fixing stuff up around their house and for other people. That's going to miss low on the next pitch into Maddox Anderson. He's issued a walk to start things out. Never like those leadoff walks.
Yeah, especially the number 9 hitter.
Yes. Bring up the top of the order with Luke Kroll. Grounded out back to the pitcher back in the first inning.
Yeah, a lot of us were preparing for college or different things, and sometimes I wish I would have just had more of those building trades and small engines, because what a life skill to have some knowledge there.
Yeah, he is hitting the air and over towards second base. And Waupun's second baseman, Brian Ferris, waving everybody off and hauls it in for a big out. Let's get that top of the order guy out. Anthony Ware's coming up to bat now, left-handed hitter. Flew out to center field. Good contact, but too much right at our center fielder, Mason Holtz.
Sure you can see on camera, but the sun back out, it's just going to be more humid. Just enough rain to add some moisture.
That catches the outside part of the plate. No offer from Wares. Called strike 1. 1-0. Waupun trying to keep things close here in the game so far. Just here in the top of the 3rd inning. Game moving right along. Another strike call. Puts the count at 0-2. Yeah, Tyler Brightman, he helped keep this game moving fast. As soon as he got the ball, he was ready and locked and loaded to pitch again. He's one of those fast movers. Appreciate those guys.
He and Krieger both working quick.
Next pitch, fastball is going to miss high. 1-2 the count.
You know, as an announcer, you appreciate this home plate umpire. He really lets you know if it's a strike.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's no question in your mind if it's a ball or strike. Good mechanics.
And this has popped in there, kind of jammed him, and Evan Sauer just going back on the outfield grass from the shortstop position to haul it in. So now 2 down with that runner still standing at first base. And that'll bring up Parker Bleck to the plate.
Courtesy
another one of the
runner
juniors
right now.
Isaiah Desjardins. Did we get that pronunciation?
Desjardins. We're going to go with that.
Well, let's go what it looks like for now, and they'll correct us later. But okay. Number 3 in the batting order, Parker Bleck up to bat, flew out to center field his last at bat back in the first inning. Xavier getting a few base runners in the game, but nobody to third base yet. And upon shutting things down once they do get runners on.
Upon a solid defensive team. Outfielders are fast and get good jumps.
Next pitch misses inside, puts the count at 2-0. You know, the only run of the ball game in an inning that Waupun did not get a hit. A couple walks, sacrifice bunt, fly out to right field that brought a runner over to third base, and then he scored on a pass ball. That one fouled off, makes the count 2-1.
Run and hit action there. Good jump.
Yeah, he was almost right to second base. By the time I looked up, he was like standing right there already, ready to round second ahead to third if that ball was hit.
Yeah. Isaiah Desjardins, he had a great jump. Solid outfield, good infield. Evan Sauer and Bryant Ferris, two of the better ones in the middle part.
And it's hit right at Brian Ferris. You can put Bryant anywhere out there, and he just line drive, just hauls it in for the out. So first runner getting on, he got stranded at first. Then 3 flyouts, 1 line out, I should say, and 2 flyouts. But nobody scores, and after 2.5 innings, it is Waupun in the lead yet 1-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Back in just 60 seconds with the bottom half of inning number 3 on RP Sports.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Waupun on Radio Plus. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor for your investment needs by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Motor repair and replacement, pumps, pulleys, and belts, barn fans, distribution of Milwaukee tools, and more. With convenient locations in Oshkosh, Waupun, and Fond du Lac, WW Electric Motors are your trusted local business for electrical and mechanical apparatus services. Just like our area teams go, WW Electric Motors can make it go too. Over 65 years in the area.
At W&W Electric Motors.
Okay, we are back at the Gus and Waupun, bottom of the 3rd inning. And coming up for the Warriors, number 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order, Conrad Davis, Hunter Camp. And back to the top of the order with Emmett Hull. First at bat of the ball game for Davis. Joe's bunt brings it back. Called strike 1.
Conrad, one of the faster guys around anywhere. From that left side, he gets that extra step. He can really get down to first in a hurry.
I'd like to see him get his batting average up just a little bit here at the end of the season. And you love to have him on base. Very aggressive out there. Fits right into the whole game plan that Waupun runs. Everybody got some pretty good wheels. Swing, foul into the glove, and a strike. Makes the count 1-2 to Conrad. Got the 2 seniors at the bottom of the order. Next one is fouled out of play over on the third base side. And Coach Derek Stanke giving some hitting instructions, a la Kevin DeBoer. He would always do that over at third. It's kind of poked out towards the shortstop, and he goes over and hauls it in for the out. So nice job by Anthony Wares to go grab the ball, 1 out, and that'll bring up Hunter Camp, the catcher. Emmett Hull is on deck now for the Warriors.
The umbrellas may have to stay out just to keep you shaded from the sunburn.
And the first pitch is in the second bounce right into the glove of Wires. Pats his glove and throws to first and gets the out on just 1 pitch. So 2 up and 2 down, top of the order, Emmett Hull. He got on with a walk and scored the only run in the ball game back in the first inning.
Emmett able to get to third on a tag up on a fly ball. And a sack bunt from Mason Holtz moved him to second. Then he got to third on a fly out. Able to get home on a pass ball.
Yeah, too bad nobody's on them. Overshot the throw back to the pitcher. Yeah, it's just got to take advantage. Sometimes you got to make your own luck on that. The softball team had to do that yesterday to get on the board, and they only had 4, maybe 5 hits in the game. See Coach Josh Novice out there. Might try to get him on the air. Find out what he has to say about a sectional championship game coming up for them tomorrow up at Seymour against Freedom. I'm not sure.
Late call there, but Emmett asking for time.
Yeah. I'm sure if the umpire wasn't ready or if he wasn't ready, because he's had it ready. And then a strike on the outside, part of the play on the fastball from Brightman. Doesn't give you much chance to settle in there. He brings it. 2-1 the count. Next one's going to miss low. Makes it a 3-1 count.
I mentioned that infield with Evan Sauer and Bryant Ferris being really solid. Emmett Hull really has improved as this season went on, just a freshman.
And a called strike on the next pitch in makes it a 3-2 count. Yeah, he had some struggles over there because he's normally brought up as a shortstop all of his
He's a lanky,
baseball days.
Lanky guy, too. Not your...
Yeah, this is hit on the air in a short left center field. Calling everybody off is Luke Kroll, and he'll haul it in. A 1-2-3 inning for Waupun at the plate. And after 3 complete, Waupun still with that 1-0 lead. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the top of the 4th inning on RP Sports.
When's the last time you reviewed your Medicare or your health insurance benefits? Do you have a plan? A lot of people choose plans that don't fit their healthcare needs or budget. Don't make that mistake. We here at SIA Insurance work with many different companies and carriers to get you the best coverage at the best value. For more information, contact SIA Insurance at 999 West Main Street in Waupun. Call SIA Insurance at 324-2071 for free help.
Shop these and more great deals all this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Get classic California iceberg lettuce, 99 cents each. Ripe mangoes or large avocados, 5 for $4. Get large eggs, a dozen of them, 99 cents with your card. Bacon, $3.99 with your card. Piggly Wiggly butter, $2.99 with your card. These and more great deals at the Piggly Wiggly Waupun all this week.
And we are back at the Gus in Waupun. Steve and Randy with you. Got Jeff on the video streaming, and we also have Josh Navas, head coach for the Waupun Lady Warrior softball team, heading to the sectional championship game up at Seymour coming up tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, Josh.
Oh, thanks. Just didn't know if the game was going to be going on. I thought I heard a little rumble, and we got down here, it was going, so it was nice to see a 1-run lead when we got here, too, for the boys.
You'll have to teach these guys how to score some more runs with not a lot of hits in the ball game like you did yesterday.
Yeah, I did some research on that. Our game plan was to take some pitches, and we knew they were going to give walks, and I think we had like 6 walks going into that 5th inning too, though.
Yeah.
So when you tell them, obviously, walks as good as a hit, so they know they were no-hitting us, but they were doing their job at the plate, and they did a good job of manufacturing some runs and having that next base mentality, so it was nice.
Reed Hippus up to bat now, number 4 in the batting order. He's heading the count now, 2-0. Jake Krieger's next pitch with that 2-0 count. Fastball called strike. Now, talk about your game coming up tomorrow. What do you know about Freedom? I'm sure you've been watching a lot of video stuff on them, and what do you expect to see? I know you kind of hinted that they're a very similar team to Waupun.
Yeah, they come with a lot more experience, though. So obviously they won state last year. Their number 1 pitcher from last year graduated, but they got a really good number 1-2 punch similar to what we have with power and some spin, but they have, I think, 5 seniors on their team, where obviously we have 1, so they're coming with a lot of great experience. So we'll keep playing our game, and hopefully things fall the way we think they hopefully should fall.
3-1 pitch, and that is taken out to right center field. It's going to get past the fielders out there, and going back is Cunningham to grab it. And heading to second base is Reed Hippus, a leadoff double. So making things interesting, getting runners on every inning except for the first inning so far for Xavier here in the top of the 4th inning.
Coach Navas is bad luck.
Yep.
He came up here. We're going to blame it all on him.
Yep, I'm out of here. I've only ate lunch up here before. I've never watched a game.
Let me extend my congratulations to you, though.
Appreciate that.
Sectionals is a big deal.
Yeah.
People don't realize how hard it is to get there and how hard it is to make it to a final like that. So, big step for yourself and the ladies.
48 years they've been doing the tournament, and we've been fortunate to play. Now this will be the 8th time we played in the sectional championship, and you can't let it go to waste. You got to enjoy it, but be sure you're ready to play.
I like the club you put out there. Very softball savvy. They know the sport, and it's fun to watch them out there. And they're aggressive. They're fast. Very smart softball players. I really enjoy watching your team play.
Yeah, they play at such a high level on the off season. That's what makes this so good for them.
The curveball is swung on and fouled back and out of play. Ooh, that was right where the girl stood. She just got out of there just in time.
Steady diet of curveballs today from Krieger, which he often does. Likes to use that off-speed pitching. And 0-2 the count on Tyler Brightman, the pitcher for Xavier.
Next one is a slow roller over towards shortstop. That is scooped up by Sauer, throws a bullet over to first base, and that also keeps that runner at second base.
This field's so much bigger.
Yes, it is. Yeah. little different look from here, but still, we've been very fortunate in this town. I think I'd always say the most consistently good programs in town are the softball team and the baseball team year after year. There might be some little lulls here and there, but overall, they're always very competitive, and so many kids involved. You watch the baseball diamonds down here, or the softball diamonds over on the other side of town, over on the other end of Lincoln Street, and just packed with kids. There's so many kids involved with it, and then they get into club ball, some of them, and just amazing the participation. No wonder we have such good softball and baseball teams in Waupun. Ooh, a big cut on the next pitch in from Matt Potter.
Yeah, last night they waited for, I think there's 2 games yet of 12Us that were waiting to get on the field an hour and a half late. So
they give me dirty looks as I was interviewing you and a couple of your players last night, but no, they were actually pretty patient about it.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you play 9 innings.
Right.
1-1 pitch to Potter, fouls that off and out of play.
Let me ask you, Coach Novice, what do you think would be worse, getting beat really badly in 5 innings, or maybe losing a game in 9 or 10 innings?
You want to get blown out.
You'd rather get blown out. Yeah, that's got to hurt a little bit.
You know, you run up against teams that are better than you, and you appreciate that, the challenge that those things bring. But to know an equal or a team that you should beat gets one on you, that eats at you for a long time. So, and KML is a good team. We got them on they had an injury in that last game.
Pitch is swung on and over in foul territory and eventually drifting out of play. Maybe we can ask our Xavier listeners, they don't play in the same conference as Freedom up there, do they? I mean, they're up in the same neck of the woods. Maybe they cross paths or something. Get some tips from anybody that might have saw some softball up in that area.
Get Coach Novice a scouting report from the baseball fans from Xavier. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Coach Betts has a friend that actually went to Freedom, and she gave her a call, and she said she would have scouted, but she lives way up north now and couldn't make it down for the game.
Oh.
I'm like, that's a pretty good friend there.
Yes. Now we're excited to head up there. We're not sure if we are going to be allowed to video stream because they do have the, whatever they call that, the FHS or whatever, the little network they have, NFHS network from the WIAA.
They are covering that? I didn't.
Well, they have that. That's just their network that they have. Oh, runner's still going to try to head to third base, throw over there, and he's over there safely.
Yeah, I know they have exclusive rights on the state, championship game next weekend, but I didn't know.
Supposedly they have the power there because they're one of the members of that. They could say that we can't video stream there. We could do radio, but we're going to find out. And without Seymour being in the game, I don't see why they wouldn't give us permission. So I haven't got a official confirmation yet from Nick Rush on that. He was definitely trying to get a hold of somebody over there and get an answer. And this one is hit high in the air out towards center field, but just backing up a few steps and hauling it in is Mason Holt. So again, Waupun dodging another bullet here in the top of inning number 4. Strand a runner over at third base, and Waupun leading 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Back in 60 seconds of more Waupun Warrior Baseball on RP Sports.
Let's spring into a new career with Saputo. Become part of a great company and team. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible maintenance and 12-hour shifts available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at just under $23 per hour and operator's pay starting at over $26 an hour. Great benefits and shift pay. Log on saputo.com/careers. Spring into a new career at Saputo. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Yeah, Waupun was a lot faster than them that day.
We are back at the Gus in Waupun. The sun's still shining. Some clouds out. You never know this kind of weather when it gets close to 90 degrees. Then you always have a chance for some rain. But again, Randy and I here bringing you the game. We've got Coach Josh Navis from the Waupun Lady Warrior softball team joining us here. Big sectional championship game for them in Division II against Freedom tomorrow, the defending state champs. A lot of good senior experience on the Freedom team, so we're getting a little scouting report ourselves from the coach. So what do you do? Just get huddled in front of your TV and the computer and just start watching all the video and maybe get a few teams that don't like Freedom that give you some information? This one is smoked out towards center field, but right at the center fielder, and hauling it in is Luke Kroll.
The Wapaka area has a similar company as Radio Plus, and it's covered some of their games. So we've seen them YouTube live streamed that have been up. So we got a couple games that way, and then they were at the Invite in Winneconne. And I was there all day watching them.
Evan Sauer up to bat, hits a sharp one over to third base, knocked down by Hippus, stands up, throws across the field, and gets the out. Nice play by their third baseman, Reed Hippus, to get it kind of back on his backside, pops back up and throws a strike to first base.
Yeah, nice play by Bleck as well on the other end. Wow. Taking the one hopper out. A little easier on the turf than it is on dirt, but still a good play on both ends.
First pitch into Jake Krieger, misses for ball one.
Yep, 5 o'clock is our game for tomorrow. Some games are listed at 4:30.
That one was originally listed as 4:30 over there. Then they kind of
they switched it.
Yeah.
Have you ever played at that park? No, I've never been there. I haven't even scouted anyone up there. So I'm trying to get stuff on the Google Maps and stuff, and there's not much. They do have some hitting cages, but.
And one catches maybe the jersey of Jake Krieger, and he's headed up the first baseline. Yeah, I've been up there just for some basketball games a couple of times. It's a pretty good basketball town. Of course, many trips to the state tournament for boys basketball, but never for anything baseball or softball-wise up in the Seymour area. Not real familiar with that area.
Yeah, Rock Ridge. I think Rock Ridge Park is where it's going to be at.
Yep,
so.
Rock Ridge Park. Yeah, looking forward to making the drive up there tomorrow. One way or another, we're going to be doing something, but hopefully they're going to allow us to do the whole video stream thing.
And there'll be some disappointed people in Colorado and in Tennessee, if not.
Well, they can hop on the computer and listen. Just like you're listening to Bob Euchre.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying I'm Bob Euchre, but hey, I enjoy the days where I'm sitting out doing some outside work and you listen to the Brewers on the radio, and it kind of makes your work go a little bit better when you got something to listen to.
Our community's got a special gift with you to do these games, and especially all the games we hear.
This is hit out in foul territory over in the right field side, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the ground.
I know a little of your history on how you started out of college and TV and stuff, and to have you land here in Waupun, we're pretty lucky. So,
well, thank you for that. Yeah, that was Waupun guys. So the wife brought her from up north and brought her back down here. Well, she's been down here for 30-something years now. That she's living down here in Waupun.
Landon Richter, the courtesy runner again for the pitcher.
Chase Beam now with a 1-2 count. 2 down for Waupun, trying to add to that lead, 1-0. They got that in the first inning. That one sails right where the helmet used to be of Chase Beam, and he ducked out of the way of that one.
Yeah, Coach Navis, now he wants him to wear it when he's watching the boys play. He doesn't want to see his young ladies get hit.
He's not pitching yet, is he? No.
No, he is not.
Oh, Addie wore one yesterday.
That one chopped over towards third base. And Hippus picks it up and gets the runner by a step, and Waupun comes up empty again. One player gets on base, hit by a pitch, but it's as far as they've got, and Waupun comes up empty again after 4 complete. Regional championship here in Waupun. It's a 1-0 lead for the Warriors. Back after this in just 1 minute on RP Sports.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Let our family take care of yours. We offer American Standard and Coleman furnaces and air conditioners that come with a 15-year parts and a 10-year labor warranty. Schedule us to come out and make sure your furnace, AC, or geothermal units are running at peak efficiency. Serving Fond du Lac, Dodge, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on to allphasecomforts.com.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. But everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Contact Ballwig Implement in either of their two locations, Waupun or Beaver Dam. Go online anytime at ballwig.biz.
Okay, we are back at the Gus in Waupun. Waupun leading 1-0. It is the top half of inning number 5, and some good news. Nick Rush just texted me, said that he got contacted from Seymour High School and says we are okay for tomorrow. That's part of the good news. There's also some bad news too. This one is chopped on the ground on the first batter of the inning for the Xavier Hawks, Gavin Weezy, up to bat. And there is no press box up there, and there is no concession stand, but they can supply some power.
Oh, that's good. We got electricity at least.
Otherwise, you'd be bringing a generator along,
And
which
they-
I do have if you ever need one.
And they only have porta potties.
Oh, boy.
And they're hosting a sectional final. It doesn't seem correct, but yeah, it should have more appropriate facilities when you're hosting.
Someone will not be there until 4 o'clock to give us power also. Strike on the next pitch in to Weezy. Maddox Anderson, number 9 in the batting order, waiting on deck. They said they'll set up a long table on the first base side, and there's not much room behind home plate. So it's like,
Get a camera. We'll get one in.
yeah, we'll get a camera in there. That'll be fine. This pitch is going to miss outside. 2-2 the count on Weezy, who hit into a ground ball over to third base, and his teammate was forced out over at third base. 2-2 pitch, and that is smoked right past the outstretched glove of Emmett Hall out down the line, and got out there so fast, and a good job by Davis to get there that fast to get to the ball. Keeps the runner over at first base. So another leadoff hitter on for Xavier. Had it the last 4 innings in a row now. Everyone except for the first inning of the ball game. That's out of number 8 in the batting order. Maddox Anderson now steps to the plate, left-handed hitter. Got walked back in the 3rd inning.
8 and 9 hitters for Xavier doing some damage.
It's popping in the air. Oh, and that's going to go up the end of the glove of Hull, and everybody's going to be safe. Just didn't get there in time. Goes up the end of his glove, and that just allows everybody to make it to the next base safe.
Triple play set up now.
Kind of reminds me of what happened in that 6th or 7th inning when they scored some runs on you. Those 2 runs, like everything was falling their way. It was just.
I should have
just
called
weird
timeout
things.
a little earlier.
Yeah, it was just weird, the things that were kind of falling their way.
Yeah, that momentum swing and spin of the ball was definitely going their way for that moment.
Here comes Coach Stanky out for a mound conference, and they'll be talking some strategy here, how they're going to handle a bunt situation, most likely.
So what do you do differently with your girls, or what are we discussing? What you know about the team? You're passing along your information to them with that, or is this something that you'll just coach them during the game that way, or what have you been doing to prepare yourself for your next opponent?
Well, this morning I sent them some info to just watch one of the games that we have, because both the girls throw, and reminded them that we're a team that the team that's going to lose is probably going to beat us. It'll be ourselves. So if we play sound, mistake free, we have a good as chance as anybody to win the game. So we're going to have a high-paced practice, but real focus, and probably won't be very long, just to get them back and dialed in, stretched out, get some of that lactic acid out of their muscles. And
Pond keeps on making the degree of difficulty preventing the Xavier Hawks from scoring, making it a little harder. Now they let the first number 8 and 9 get on with hits, and Then you have the top of the order up with Luke Kroll at the plate.
Kroll is 0 for 2 in the game.
1-1 the count now to Kroll.
Had a little chopper back to the mound, start out, and then he harmless fly ball to second base.
So again, nobody out. Runners at first and second. Still just a 1-0 game. Waupun ahead of Appleton Xavier. This is one hopper over to Hull. Picks it up by third base. Kind of bobbled it for a while, so no thought of a double play after that. But he did get the most important runner, the lead runner. Good job by Emmett sticking with it over there at third base. Runner still at first and second with 1 down. And that brings up Anthony Wires.
Hot corner for a reason. Holy cow, that was hit
Yeah,
hard.
that was a kind of a tailor-made double play. If he could have gloved it cleanly,
Clean, yep.
that would have been huge for Waupun.
Okay, 1 down. Still those runners at first and second. Waupun just hanging on to the precarious 1-0 lead. Staying right in there is Wires. Seems if he could maybe get nicked by the ball, but I was going to ask you about that, the hit by a pitch out there. Your thoughts on that? I mean, I love the effort put out there by Addie on that one. Gets the call.
She turned.
Yeah, she kind of raised her arm up a little bit and everything for it. But yeah, I appreciate anybody, guy or girl, that's going to take one for the team, and that brought in the tying run at that time.
We always say don't be afraid to get on base any way you can. Except you pitchers, please. And
yeah. Don't want the pitcher doing that. So, yeah.
But she's a tough cookie. So.
And I can see that's the mentality of your team. They don't care if they take a walk to get on. They're patient at the plate normally, and that's what I see out of them. Any way to get on, just to do what you can do for your team to help them.
Even with Roz taking that first pitch, like you can see, we encourage that with her. But she then comes back and she's battled with, I think she got almost 12 walks this year, even after taking a first pitch constantly.
Nice job. 3-0 in the count for Anthony Wires, and now we have a couple nice strikes on the pitches from Jake Krieger. Makes the count 3-2. So those runners at first and second, and this is over. This is going to make it out to right field. And that's going to bring in a run as Cunningham bobbles the ball out there, and runners at the corners. 1 run comes in, and we are tied at 1 apiece.
Base hit would have scored 1 for sure. I think maybe a possible error there that would have led to a runner getting to
Would like to
third.
see him get a chance on that one, but bobbled it out there. But yeah, just things happening here and mounting, and finally caught up to Waupun here over these innings, and now we are tied at 1 apiece with runners at first and third and still only 1 down.
It's probably a ground ball that's fielded if you're not holding that runner. Ferris moving back and forth, but going towards second, and then the ball hit right in the spot where he would have probably been able to glove it.
1-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Waupun will have to get their bats going. I don't believe they don't have a hit in the ball game yet.
They don't have to mirror us. They can just take care of business.
Hey, this is the formula that Waupun
Right.
softball uses. We're going to see if we can kind of mirror that same result, hopefully. Called strike on the next pitch into Parker Black, number 3 in the batting order. He's lined out and flown out so far. Bill Woyan says, "Go Warrior boys and girls," and says, "See you tomorrow in freedom."
Hey.
There's somebody making the trip. I'm sure a lot of people will. And this is hit out towards right center field, and a long run, and that's going to get past Cunningham and out to the warning track. And that's going to bring in a couple more runs now for the Hawks. Just like that, they are leading 3-1. A double out to the fence. Nice hit there by Parker Bleck. A couple RBIs on that hit.
Jake Krieger stymieing those hitters for a long time. Now here in the 5th, starting to put some balls in play.
So 3 runs into the inning. Waupun now trailing 3-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Jennifer Peterson also said, "Let's go Waupun," cheering from City Hall. Thanks for joining us, Jen. Runner at second base. Right now we need all the cheering we can get. We were asking everybody with rabbit's foot and everything. That one hits the batter and hit by a pitch. Reed Hippis. And we're asking everybody to do whatever you have to do for good luck for the team, and I think it worked with you guys last night. That was quite a game right down to the ninth inning. So
yeah. Let's just throw that out here. That why would you pitch to Westy with an open base?
Yeah,
I was thankful he did, but
yeah,
wow,
I agree with that. Agree with that too. With an open base put her on, and but she just smoked it. That was of course, the hardest hit ball by Waupun in the ball game. Looks like Waupun is
getting a pitching change, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So we do have a pitching change, and Josh, thanks for joining us, and good luck. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to be making the trip.
Bring your generator.
Got to bring a generator. So it's like we're going back about 50 years. There's like nothing there. So, but we will be there. Well, they are going to allow us to have electricity, not till 4 o'clock, though, Jeff. That's what they said. Nobody will be there till 4 o'clock to bring us electricity from the neighboring house, probably, and 500 yards of cord or something that they're going to. So we do have a pitching change, and Evan Sauer comes in now to warm up, and good luck, and we'll be up there by Seymour tomorrow, and cheer you on and call your game. Again, Waupun taking on Freedom in a sectional championship game. Winner goes to state. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, and thanks everyone for showing up yesterday, and hopefully we see you in Seymour.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Let our family take care of yours. We offer American Standard and Coleman furnaces and air conditioners that come with a 15-year parts and a 10-year labor warranty. Schedule us to come out and make sure your furnace, AC, or geothermal units are running at peak efficiency. Serving Fond du Lac, Dodge, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on to allphasecomforts.com.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. But everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Contact Ballwig Implement in either of their two locations, Waupun or Beaver Dam. Go online anytime at ballwig.biz.
Okay, pitching change has been made, and Evan Sauer on the mound, the big right-hander for Waupun, but they're in trouble right now. 3 runs in the inning. Waupun now trailing 3-1. At the plate is Tyler Brightman, the pitcher. And a runner still standing at second base with only 1 down. 3-1 the lead for the Hawks of Xavier. Some other people out there that are joining us. Dave Burkhart from Anatomy Physiology with Mr. Burkhart is cheering on the Warriors, courtesy of Radio Plus. Thanks, Dave. Check swing. He went. That's another strike. Makes the count 1-2.
Really nice pitch there by Evan Sauer. Breaking ball down and away.
1-2 the count. Need an out right now and reduce the damage to what has happened so far. This one's going to miss low. Hello to Tasha Gopalin, a good friend of ours during the girls' basketball season. It's fun to talk to Tasha. Love to talk basketball. Let's go Warriors, cheering from Waupun Hospital. Hopefully you're working there and not not in a room there and
on the ER.
So hopefully you're all right, Tasha. We're worried about you right now.
It would be nice if they got the game on the TVs there.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And Bill Woyan reminded us that it's been 16 years since that first state championship for Waupun, back in 2007. His son Jake on the team. There's a magical year in some of the games that they played to get there. Man, those are some of my favorite calls in my history of doing games. One at East Troy over in Mayville, hitting that run across the plate and tie the ball game up at that time. And boy, it's just crazy. Or going ahead at that time. Runner goes. Batter swings and fouls it over on the third base side. So runners at first and second both taking off on that pitch. 3-2 pitch. One down. Bill said he still has it on CD and listens to it once in a while. Some of the highlights or the games, possibly.
Yeah, it was a special one. Slide at home to end that game.
Also, Amy Wachter is also watching. Let's Go Warriors cheering from work in Beaver Dam. Thank you, Amy, for joining us here today. 80 computers logged on right now.
3-2 count. Runners are going to get a head start.
And this is hit over towards short, scooped up. Flipped over to going for the double play, and they got it. Big time double play for the Warriors. Nice job setting that up, and Waupun dodges a bullet. Good job, Evan Sauer, and a great job defense. They were great yesterday and great again on that play. And Waupun does let 3 runs in, but we still got 3 more innings to bat yet in the ball game, so a long way to go. Bottom of the 5th coming your way in just 60 seconds on RP Sports.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
Okay, we are back at the Gus in Waupun. And Waupun with some work to do now going into the top of the 5th. They were leading 1-0, but 3 runs for the Hawks. And knocking Jay Krieger out of the game, but a good job by Evan Sauer coming in and that nice 6-4-3 double play to set up Waupun getting out of that inning when it was looking a little scary and that it could be a little worse. But Waupun dodges the bullet after that and just have 2 runs to catch up now and get back in this ball game with 3 innings to do it in. So Waupun will bring up Ethan Cunningham first. Ethan just the second at bat of the ball game. That's a called strike right at the knees into Ethan.
Ethan grounded out to the second baseman in the second inning.
Brian Ferris awaiting on deck now, the shortstop in the ball game. So of course a bunch of changes made depending on who's pitching. The 1-1 pitch to Cunningham. Takes a big cut, and that one drops out of the zone, swing and a miss. Puts the count at 1-2. Got a little high and tight on that one, fighting it off and pulling it foul over on the left field side and out of play. Keeps the count at 1-2.
Credit where credit's due, and he's been throwing a beauty right here. He's working fast, and he's keeping the Waupun hitters off balance.
Yeah, a swing and a miss on the next pitch in. Cunningham goes down swinging for out number 1. I think Jeff brought up a good point, though. Maybe should these guys be stepping out a little bit and taking him out of his stride, because we've only stepped out maybe once or twice in the game. They take away his groove from him a little bit. And this one is smoked out to left center field at the bat of Brian Ferris. Cut off after one hop by the center fielder. And they get it in, so it keeps them just to a single, but a 1-out hit. Nice job. Good contact there for Waupun's first hit of the ball game, which is exactly the time when Waupun girls softball got their first hit, was in the 5th inning of that ball game that they won yesterday.
Brian Ferris struck that ball well. Nice job by the center fielder out there. I guess that's Krull cutting it off. Ferris was thinking double all the way.
He's got some wheels. He got there in a hurry, and that was a long way to go for him to get there. Fastball from Brightman's going to miss high for ball 1. Conrad Davis at the plate. Hunter Camp awaiting on deck. Let's see if Waupun can make it happen and get it going here with the bottom part of the order up. This one, Davis lays off it, but a called strike puts the count at 1-1.
Conrad with a little nod of the head in acknowledgement to the umpire, like, yeah, I know that was a strike.
Go to first base, not in time. Looks like the weather that went past is nice and dark out there towards the east and the south. Along the horizon out to the east. Hopefully nothing else on its way over here. This pitch is going to miss outside, puts the count at 2-1.
Looks a little brighter to our southwest, so hopefully we're able to finish this game without any weather issues.
2-1 pitch, going to miss well outside. 3-1 the count, so let's get something going right now here for the Warriors. I see that Nick Rush a little nervous. He's got a remote from 3 o'clock till 6 o'clock at BCI Burke coming up later on. I know they're looking for some employees, and now you've got some more speed on the base pass of Conrad Davis. We said we'd like to see him out there. And he's earned himself a walk, so now runners at first and second with one down. And you've got Hunter Camp coming up to bat. Hunter batting .318 on the season.
This is the way you put crooked numbers on the board. You get your lower part of the order on base and maybe hope for something positive out of your 1 and 2 hitters.
Let's see what we can do. Number 9 at the bottom of the order, but still a very good hitter. He's put there for a reason to set up the top of the order, and hopefully can accomplish that and set up Emmett Hall and Mason Holtz coming up to bat. That one's going to miss high and tight. No flinch even on that one by Camp. Thought maybe he might catch a little bit of his jersey or something. 2-0 the count now to Hunter. Runners at first and second.
Brightman, he has not had to work out of the stretch much in this game.
Called strike on the next pitch in. Hello to Melanie Weiss. Good luck, Waupun, from Melanie. She's watching up baseball games in her life.
Mm-hmm.
You bet.
2 very good baseball playing sons. There's a strike call, no offer from Camp. Puts the count now at 2-2, and just the whole family. With everybody that's went through all the sports in that family, it's just they've had some pretty magical years.
Need Hunter to be productive here, even if it's an out, be a productive out.
2-2 pitch is poked out towards right field, and that's going to land in front of the right fielder, and everybody's going to get held up after one base. But bases are now loaded. There you go. You set up the top of the order with bases loaded, one down. And Waupun would love to answer right now. Top of the order up with Emmett Hall. He's flown out so far. He has walked. He's crossed home plate, the only one to do that for Waupun in the ball game.
That is a nice piece of hitting right there by Hunter Camp. 2 strikes on him. Just
now we'll
taking it the other way. Man.
Walk out to the pitcher's mound, and I believe, okay, let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Waupun Warrior Baseball on Radio Plus.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
Okay, a little meeting on the mound for Xavier, in a little trouble right now, scoring 3 runs on Waupun in the top of the 5th, and Waupun would like to answer with the same amount of runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning, with bases loaded, top of the order up, only 1 down.
Was that lightning? Yo.
No flinch from the officials.
Strike on the first pitch into Emmett Hall from Tyler Brightman. Pitching a great game. Didn't give up any hits until this inning. Now he's given up a couple of hits. And another strike. Brings it. No offer again from Hall. Now down to the count 0-2.
Take a lesson from Camp here. Put it in play, Emmett.
To the count. Here's the pitch. And just stays alive. Fouls one off. Lives to see another pitch. Count remains 0-2. Yeah, thanks for joining us. 86 computers logged on right now, so Good number of people out there enjoying the game, cheering on their Waupun Warriors and their Xavier Hawks. We've got some Xavier people out there too, and you're definitely welcome to be with us here today. This is swung on and fouled back and out of play. Always make sure to go over and tell a few of the parents before I come up here and let them know we've got enough signage up around here. Jeff goes up and puts some stuff on the fences, on the bleachers, and letting people know. But we definitely welcome the opposing teams, them as viewers here for any of our broadcasts. And that one staying alive, just catching a piece of the ball on the next pitch into Hull. Still sitting down 0-2 in the count, and coming with the pitches is Tyler Brightman.
Tyler has pitched extremely well in this game. Really the first time he's been in any kind of serious trouble here.
That one is chopped over towards third base, and they're going to concede the one run coming in, take the out over at third base. So coming in is Brian Ferris to score. And Waupun has made it now a 3-2 deficit here in the bottom of the fifth inning. But, man, that's a huge step in the right direction. They do get the out over at third base, so runners now at first and second. And you got Mason Holtz, a very good hitter up to bat, number 2 in the batting order. Here's the pitch from Brightman. He's going to miss off the plate for ball 1.
Really good speed on the bases, too, with, is that Conrad Davis, I believe, and Emmett Hull? Or Camp?
That's Hunter, yes. Hunter Camp at second right now.
Yeah. You also got one of your traditional watchers out in right field, out in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah, on the cheap seats. And that one is hit past the second baseman. Out to right field. Waupun's looking to score and tie this ball game up. Waupun scores. Ooh, runner over at third base kind of made it a close play over there at third base. A little closer than I thought it needed to be. But Waupun has tied it up and answered immediately with 2 runs. And they've got a runner standing over at third base right now. Another run comes in on a single from Mason Holtz out to right field.
Well struck ball. Hunter Camp able to score. Emmett Hull to third.
Here we go. We are tied. And a nice job by Waupun answering the call after giving up 3 runs. And we are tied at 3 apiece, bottom of the 5th. Little conference now with Coach Stanke and his base runners and hitter. You got Evan Sauer coming up, the most dangerous, I'd say, of the Waupun hitters coming up the bat right now. You would think that maybe the Hawks might want to talk about that a little bit. Jerry Van de Zandt. He's watching out there, saying awesome job, Stephen, Randy, and crew. Keep doing what you do. Very much appreciated. Thanks, Jerry. See him at all the softball games. He's got a granddaughter, a very good right field player, and I think number 5 in the batting order with Ava Van de Zandt.
She has had an excellent season, Ava has.
The time is she threw 2 runners out from right field over at first base, I think against Winnicott in that ball game.
Got a little injury situation possibly, I think. Umpire calling for the coach. This is not going to be a mound visit. This is something has happened here. Trainer coming out now.
Really strange just to even see the batter and the runners come over for a conference. I haven't seen that before, Randy. Do you see that a lot?
Well, yeah, anytime there's a defensive stoppage or a defensive conference, the offense is allowed to huddle up as well. As soon as the defensive conference is over, then they need to go back. But yeah, that's fairly common.
Yeah, but I meant right here to start this inning.
Oh yeah, you get one per inning. You get one offensive.
Oh, okay.
Per inning, yes.
But I can't remember seeing it, so that's why I was wondering. That seemed a little strange.
Yeah, it doesn't happen a whole lot. Yeah, we do have an injury.
He's coming off the mound right now with Brightman.
It's a good thing they were talking to the pitcher and didn't see that big bolt of lightning right over on the highway here. So we'll see what's going to happen here.
I'm not sure which way this storm is moving, but hopefully that means it's away from us going over
Bad
there.
news for Nick Rush, because I think the umpires are going to say we're going to go on it. They may be going on a 30-minute wait here.
Okay, well, we got players coming off the field right now. We have lightning around the area, and we are in a 3-3 ball game, bottom of the 5th, and everybody heading to the dugouts right now and maybe taking some shelter with some weather moving into the area. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
I don't know what I'm going to do here, Steve. I don't have music set up, but I can dig some up if I had to.
Scott, do you got a collection of songs you can sing for us?
I'll give you the headset, Scotty. Start singing for us.
Okay.
The 80s.
Okay, well, I do have some songs I can play. Of course, we do play your favorite hits from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So, again, the situation, Waupun scores a couple here in the bottom of the fifth after giving up 3 runs in the top of the fifth. We are tied at 3 apiece.
Whoa.
A regional championship, Lightning again in the area. And what's the count after the last
30,
Lightning ball?
30 minutes it should be. And I
Yeah,
saw the officials pointing like at the wrist, indicating a watch area as this is going to be a 30-minute time break.
Okay, so we are going to send it back right to my computer, and I'm going to run the music from here, and maybe, hopefully we'll have some better news coming up, but definitely some weather moving in the area, mainly out towards the center field, kind of hoping that's kind of moving away from us. But Waupun and Xavier in this regional championship in the bottom of the fifth inning. Waupun still at bat, still with people on base, and we are tied at 3 apiece. We'll be back to give you some more updates. We'll send it to some music right now back at the radio station.
Yeah, that was. How is that, Scotty?
It's all to the east of us. It's not coming this way, but that's moving away from us.
I just need to know if I need to go get my cameras down.
Oh, okay. I don't think so.
No?
I mean, but if you look out center field there, it looks like it's maybe raining out there. It's not.
I don't see it on the camera.
Look how the ground flag is going on. This is weird. Yeah, now it's going back the other way. Do you see that the wind changed direction? Where it's blowing in? I think he's pulling up the radar right now. So let's see what we can. They are checking their phone, which is. They overturned that. Andy, like, if they see it on the radar, or do they still stick with that? I think it's far enough.
You can use you can use technology.
Okay, we are back over at the Gus in Waupun. Just stopping my music right now, playing DJ and multitasking here. But again, we're in a lightning delay. Had a little bit of rain earlier, so it's not a rain delay, but it's definitely a lightning delay, and it seems to be all missing us out to the east. My wife just called me from Fond du Lac. She's just getting dumped on with rain right now, but things looking pretty good here, Jeff, and they say, according to the officials, kind of the time they're setting, as long as we don't get a big lightning bolt that happens anywhere near our area here, that we should be starting in about 10 minutes from right now at 2:50 is the goal that they have, according to Coach Derek Stanke.
That's what I had heard down there as well, and having the conversation there, listening to the officials. The only thing that might throw a little monkey wrench in it, I was sitting there with Bob Spanbauer as well, and he was looking at his radar, and there's still a little bit of rain coming from the Watertown area. So I think the goal would be, let's see if we can get this inning over with, and then for sure then take our time and get through 6 and 7 if we need to. But I don't know. It would be nice to have Randy up here right now. I don't know what the rules are as far as a rain out, but if I remember correctly, at least at the state tournament, they had to come back and finish innings. They did not call it short. So I don't know if that's the same thing for regional play or not.
Yeah, we'll see. We've seen some crazy things in the past, and they played at Chilton that one time. They ran out of sunlight because they had a place Holstay sectional, which we're going to be at again tomorrow.
Right.
Another place that's going to start at 5 o'clock, and no lights at the place. Any kind of delays could really screw things up, and I don't know how places like that without lights and with probably no electricity on the grounds, they might have to run a cord when we go to do that girls softball game over in Seymour tomorrow. From somebody's house neighboring the park or something there, and no place to sit behind home plate. We can, of course, put a camera back there, one of your cameras there, but we plan on doing that game coming up tomorrow, the girls softball game against Freedom up at Seymour beginning at 5 o'clock. But Nick Rush did give us an approval, too, on using the van tomorrow. From what I if he knew that. I asked him a couple of questions. He said yes, so I'm going to take it as yes on both things.
Mix them together and at least get the one,
of course,
get a yes.
Our owner, Terry Davis, does have a really nice Jeep that we could use to bring it up there, but I'm sure we can't use that. But again, we are in a rain delay. Exciting things happening in this fifth inning. Waupun giving up 3 runs, and we're down 3-1 going into the bottom of the fifth inning. And Waupun answers and now have runners at the corners. They've got 2 runs in. We are tied at 3 apiece, and you've got Evan Sauer coming up to bat. And I guess if I was one of the coaches from the other side, it might be some obvious decisions to make, but we'll see what comes up and what they decide to do. They definitely have some time to talk about it. So, again, everybody kind of hanging around here. Looks like the weather's missing us. And if it's at Watertown, it seems to be going pretty much from south to north right now, just straight up. So, hopefully nothing kind of expands with this hot, humid weather that we have up into this area. But, again, a lightning delay, and we're going to take another break. We're about 8 minutes away. What else were you going to say?
Well, that happened. The timing actually was pretty decent with this because they were out checking an injury. So it'll be interesting to see if Brightman's going to come back, because the pitcher for Xavier kind of was wincing or a little pain, and I wasn't sure if it was like a pulled muscle or cramps or whatever it happened to be, because cramping certainly would be a possibility here on a day like today as well. But they had to have their trainer come out, take a look at him. He did go back to the dugout with the rest of their players. So
yeah, that flowed right in from that into the lightning. That was there's lightning out there past where they're checking the pitcher out here. But that's where we're at right now. 2:50 is the time they say they can get things going here again. It looks like everybody's staying. Really no weather happening here. You can see everything happening out to the east right now. And I don't know if Randy's got any more information on this, but we just heard that it was 2:50 was the time that we're shooting for right now, unless there's
That's what
anything
I was told. They said they were going to let them start to throw maybe at about 2:45 or 2:46.
Okay.
And also, a little info: the pitcher had a bloody nose.
Oh, is that what it was?
But he is they are making a change. But yeah, he just had his nose was bleeding.
Oh, okay.
So that's why the mound trip there, and we said it looked like some type of injury, but yeah, that's what it was. Kind of an unusual situation.
Okay, well, why don't we take a little bit of a break? We'll be back in maybe about 4 or 5 minutes here, and we'll hopefully have some baseball to bring you at that time. So, going to get right back into the music. Jeff will put his thing on hiatus for the video, but we'll get back to the music at the radio stations on 103.3 FM and 93.7 FM and AM 1170. Little Rolling Stones coming your way here on this Wednesday afternoon. A regional championship game. Waupun again playing at home against Xavier in a 3-3 ball game. We got to finish up the 5th inning when we come back in just a few minutes on RP Sports. Those are the Knickerbockers and lies. We're not telling any lies. We had a little delay here. We had some lightning, and it just happened perfectly for us. It could have been something that kept on extending itself, but we just saw the lightning, and after that they timed it out, and here we are ready to play some ball in a 3-3 ball game regional championship in Division II baseball here at the Gus in Waupun. Waupun still batting yet here in the 5th inning with the runners at the corners. 2 runs in. They tied it up after giving up 3 in the top of the 5th. Exciting ball game with a lot at stake. One team will be done. The other team will be heading to the sectionals coming up next week, Tuesday.
Brian Ferris able to score, and Hunter Camp coming in and scoring. And so that's your number 7 hitter and your number 9 hitter.
And they did a good job setting up the top of the order when they came up.
Mason Holtz with a drive to right center field, able to score both of them, get a couple of RBIs. And now, coming up will be Evan Sauer, maybe Waupun's most potent hitter.
Yeah, we'll see what they, I'm sure they have discussed that over this little break, what they're going to do with Waupun's best hitter coming up right now. They're going to intentionally walk him. There is a spot to put him on and load up the bases with 2 down and a tie ball game, and that would bring up Jake Krieger up to bat. And they are bringing in the third baseman now, Reed Hippis. He is now pitching, a right-handed pitcher, and that's a name we've also heard as one of their better pitchers that I've been hearing from Bob Spanbauer, the assistant coach. And he is on the mound right now for the Xavier Hawks. And I'm sure they've all discussed it, had plenty of time to do that, and you're talking about a very good performance by Tyler Brightman, did not give up a hit till the 5th inning. And finally, Waupun finally got to him and put a couple across the plate. And he said he had a bloody nose. That's what kind of stopped play.
That's what I was told when I went down. Yeah, and it was, we thought it was some type of injury. I thought he was looking at his leg, but I think he was just keeping his. He kept bending over to keep the blood from getting on his jersey. But yeah, I'm not sure how that happened. But he may have been done anyway. The way things were going for him at that moment. But then, yeah, they said a bloody nose caused him to leave the game.
Trying to see where everybody is out there. It looks like Parker Bolek is over at third base right now, and he was the first baseman before. So, and then the starting pitcher Tyler Brightman is over at first base.
Well, he got his nose to stop bleeding. At least he's going to stay in the game. And
I think we are ready to play some ball, and coming up to bat, interesting decision right now. We're going to find out what it's going to be with Evan Sauer coming up to the plate and runners at the corners in a 3-3 ball game, 2 down. And Reed Hippis on the mound, and exactly what we thought was going to happen. They're going to intentionally walk him without a throw. So heading down to first base will be Evan Sauer. Heading over to second base will be Mason Holtz. And now we have bases loaded here.
Yeah, well thought out strategy, but I'll tell you what, that's dangerous putting the winning run at second base.
This pitch catches the outside part of the plate and a called strike into Krieger. And just the bottom of the 5th inning. With 2 down, bases loaded for Waupun. Krieger, the cleanup batter, at the plate. Lays off the next one. Took a little off that one. That's going to miss low. Puts the count at 1-1. And a good job by the catcher, Maddox Anderson, not to let that ball get by. 1-1 the count now for Jake Krieger. Big moment in the ball game. Well worth waiting for. Next one's going to be off the plate by a few inches. Makes it a 2-1 count. Pretty good pop in the pitch with Hippis from what we see so far.
Yeah, exactly what I thought. Trying to work the outside edge. Krieger crowds the plate.
Comes inside on that one, gets him to swing and fouls it back. Now a 2-2 count.
Oftentimes when batters crowd the plate, you think, why doesn't the pitcher work the inside? But they crowd the plate because they like inside pitches, so you don't want to leave one a little bit over the plate to a guy that likes that type of hitting.
2-2 pitch, and that was right down Main Street. No offer from Krieger. Watches strike 3 go by. And he goes down, and Waupun leaves 3 on the base pass. They do score 2 in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's tied up at 3 apiece. We'll be back in 90 seconds with the top of inning number 6 on RP Sports.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Waupun on Radio Plus. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor for your investment needs by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
She's made comments. Her friends have hinted. You even have pictures on your phone of what she wants. You know her type, her style, and her taste. Now all that's left is the ask. Hi, this is Kate from Geisber's Jewelry. New diamond inventory has just arrived with a beautiful selection of engagement rings. Before you get down on one knee, come see us at Geisber's Jewelry. 5 generations helping say, I do, in a special way. Geisber's Jewelry, Main Street, downtown Waupun.
Shop these and more great deals all this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Get classic California iceberg lettuce 99 cents each. Ripe mangoes or large avocados 5 for $4. Get large eggs, a dozen of them, 99 cents with your card. Bacon, $3.99 with your card. Piggly Wiggly butter, $2.99 with your card. These and more great deals at the Piggly Wiggly Waupun all this week.
Okay, we're back at the Gus and Waupun. Waupun comes up empty after that rain delay after getting 2 runs in the earlier part of the inning, stranding 3 runners on base. And a strikeout to end that inning for the Waupun Warriors. And your wife calling me right during the game. That's what I get for having my volume up. Hi, Debbie. Give me an... You guys talk amongst
Put it in the
yourself.
chat.
No, she already hung up.
Live on air, Deb.
She always says she knows where I'm at because she just turns on the radio and finds out where I am on the dial, and she'll know what game I'm at because she always forgets where I tell her I'm going to be. But we've been in contact off and on here, so she's kind of taken over some of my duties running around grandchildren today, and she's now going to have to watch a little longer because I should have been done right about now. So here we go. Kevin Summer on the mound. Here we go for Xavier. Up to bat, he is Matt Potter. So far, he has walked. He has grounded out. His 3rd at bat of the ball game. Top of the 6th inning. We're tied at 3 apiece. I don't know if I can handle this. The game we had yesterday going into extra innings. They got this one 3-3 late in the ball game. That was a beautiful pitch over the outside part of the plate. Love those adamant calls like you mentioned before by the home plate umpire. Very demonstrative out there.
Both pitchers allowed, I think, as many warm-ups as needed after that delay, so that was good. You don't want to have any kind of injury coming back from a rain delay.
2-1 the count. Kind of jams him. A one-hopper over to Richter at second base and flings it over to first to get the out. There's something that hasn't happened a whole lot in the ball game. Retiring that first batter for Xavier. So that is a big out for Waupun. And they got big Spencer Reed, the DH, stepping to the plate.
Bryant Ferris moving over to short. Richter in at second base. Landon's only a sophomore, I believe, but he's got a lot of experience. He started a ton of games as a freshman last year. Now he's sort of coming off the bench.
A bit of a role player depending on who's pitching out there. And seen him run bases, too. This pitch is going to miss. Puts the count at 2-0. And a big DH, Spencer Reed.
Yeah, Richter, a solid infielder. Krieger moves to first.
There's a fastball and a called strike. Taking all the way was Reed. Got Gavin Wheezy awaiting on deck. Spencer, number 7 in the overall batting order. Chases a high fastball. Beautiful pitch there from Evan Sauer. Makes the count 2-2.
Having another quick working pitcher. Messing around between pitches.
And they're going to say out on that pitch. Off the plate a little bit maybe, but I don't know. Nice looking pitch there, and going down looking is Reed. So 2 up and 2 down. Gavin Wheezy up to bat now. He hit into one of his players being retired back over at third base back in the 2nd inning. Not got a hit yet in the ball game.
Sauer says, I'm going to go on the outside edge here, see if I can get another call, but that went a little bit too far outside.
Comes inside and a bouncer, a second hop over to Brian Ferris on the run, throws it to first, and a nice easy inning for Waupun. 1, 2, 3, one strikeout, nobody reaches, and we are tied at 3 apiece heading to the bottom of inning number 6. Stick around, back in just 60 seconds with the bottom of the 6th on RP Sports.
Andy with us here at the other bar, Main Street in Waupun. The patio is going to be open if you want to brave the heat and humidity, Andy, right?
We finally got some good weather going, so yes, the patio is open at 11 o'clock daily. We serve food from 11 and our kitchen closes at 9 o'clock at night. We got specials going almost every day of the week. Monday, of course, we have pizza special along with all-you-can-eat shrimp and fries. Tuesday is Mexican all day. Wednesdays is wings after 4. Thursday is build your own burger. Friday is fish, of course, all day long. Saturday is appetizer special, buy one, get one half off. And our daily board changes by the day. You'll have to stop in and see what Tierney's rolling out of the kitchen for that day.
Meat raffle coming up on Sunday, right? Talk about that.
2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, yes. It's meat day once again. This week's proceeds are going to the Recording Angel. The mayor of Waupun, Ron Bishop, is spearheading that one, so he'll be part of that, of course. You'll have to come down and see Heather and Bryce at 2 o'clock on Sunday, and we'll do the meat raffle and kick it off and have some good times.
Have a great week, Andy. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Nick. Go Brewers.
Andy with us here from the other bar, Main Street in Waupun.
How do I make it go back? Okay, we're here. We're trying to figure something out as Randy's pointing at me and what we're doing here.
We're on video for sure.
Yeah, we're doing definitely video streaming right now, and Waupun coming up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Maybe you could text Nick and let him know. I'm not sure how to get back on the radio part of things. It doesn't show up on my computer, the usual screen that was showing on here. So it shows we are on the internet. So get some help from Nick on that. Chase Beam, the first batter for Waupun. 1-1 count. He smokes one out to center field. Nice job. Hard hit ball out to center field off the bat of Chase Beam. So a leadoff single for the Waupun Warriors in a tie 3-3 ball game.
Really patient there at the plate for Chase Beam. Pitch right over the center of the plate and drills it right over the shortstop's head. That was a nice play there. Or a nice at bat for Chase Beam.
Again, Reed hit this in there. Again, the right-handed pitcher. Looks like he's got a little bit more pop in his pitch than what we saw from Tyler Brightman, who was a good location pitcher that was out there before. He's over at first base now. And they moved their first baseman over to third base with Parker Bleck.
Appears we're going to have a pinch runner right now for Beam.
Yeah, that's what he's definitely doing.
Assuming.
So,
yeah, looks like. Which is going to be.
Is that Brady White?
No, it's Landon Richter.
No, that's not. That's actually.
It's Landon Richter's number one.
Yeah, I don't know how that's working.
He was in that position to be able to do that. Landon was.
Was he being?
Yeah, he was DH'd.
He was being DH'd.
Yeah, they had actually Chase was the first baseman.
That's right. That's why I'm wondering. Exactly.
But they still might have. See if Nick can help us out getting us back on the radio now.
I did send him a message.
He's doing something right now, so I'm watching him doing whatever he's doing on that. That's what you get for having a couple old guys doing the games. We don't understand the technology sometimes. Trying to bunt is Cunningham to get that runner over to second base. That is foul. 1-1 the count now on Ethan Cunningham. Yeah, there we go. I think we're going to be back because now it's showing up on my computer. And we have 101 computers logged in right now. 1-1 count to Ethan Cunningham. Showing bunt again. Brings the bat back. It's going to miss high. They throw it over to first. And a high hop. And luckily for the catcher, Tyler Brightman went up and grabbed the ball out of the air. Marie Jensen said that she is cheering on the Warriors from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh.
Cool.
Going nationwide again. 2-1 the count now, and calling timeout just before he started getting into his windup and his approach to the plate. And he got that granted by the home plate umpire.
If you call that too late and you step out.
Yeah, good job. He puts it down. That Hitpus is going to try to get that out over at second. Ball bobbled, and Runner safe at first and second, taking a gamble. Trying to get that lead runner. That would have been close anyway if he would have caught it, and again, ends up bobbling it. So now runners at first and second base for Waupun. Making some noise. Nobody out. Runners at first and second.
If you call time late when the pitcher has started their motion, and it's not granted, it's by rule has to be a strike. Doesn't matter if you spike it in the ground or you throw it over the catcher's head. It's called a strike.
Huh. They'll bring up Brian Ferris. He puts one over in the third base line, and they go to first with it. They do get the out. I know that Brent Ferris, the first base coach, saying that maybe he pulled his foot or something over there, but he's kind of pointing, and he's just asking, but the official still said out at first base. But that does advance runners over to second and third with only one down. And coming up for Waupun is Hayden Reeder.
Hayden's played mostly JV ball, but he has had a hot bat. I've seen him throughout the season. Good hitter, very good baseball player.
Sophomore. His first at bat of the ball game with runners at second and third, one down. Big opportunity again for the Waupun Warriors. Asking a lot out of your JV player that's been playing well down there to come in and see if we're ready for prime time right now. So good luck to Mr. Reeder.
Normally a catcher on the JV team. Pitched a little bit, got a great live arm.
Jams him with the first pitch and swings and fouls it out of play for strike one.
I don't know what Hayden does as a fall sport, but he is a super hockey player as well during the winter. Great athlete.
Comes the 0-1 pitch from Hippus. Swings on that one. Not afraid to swing the bat. Fouls that one back and makes the count 0-2. Some way to get that run in from third base at the very least. Bottom of the sixth inning.
Reeder replacing Conrad Davis.
There we go. Another big moment of the ball game with just one down. Hayden Reeder down to the count. 0-2. Runners at second and third base in a 3-3 ball game. And Hippus will step off the rubber. Get himself all regrouped, and Mr. Reeder, he's ready to go. 0-2 pitch. That one just missing a little bit, maybe outside, maybe a little low, and makes the count 1-2.
Infield drawn in tight. Sorry, Randy.
Batting in the 8th spot right now is Reeder, and that one back at the pitcher, catches it, throws to third base, double play, and they get out of it. Nice hard hit ball. A good job by Reeder to hit one hard, but it was right back at the pitcher. Hippus catches it on the line drive, throws to third for the force out, and just like that, Waupun, their threat is done here in the bottom of the sixth inning with nobody coming in. Nice quick reaction play by the pitcher. So we are tied at 3 apiece. Top of the 7th, just 1 minute away. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Tell some other people to tune in right now for the finish of what should be a great game here at Waupun. 3-3 ball game going into the top of the 7th on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Okay, we are back. Boy, they should have the mics on during between innings too. That's some good
or
stuff.
not.
No, probably not. That's our time to the airing of the grievances, kind of like what's the name of the Christmas holiday they have on? What's it? Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Festivus.
Festivus
for the rest of us.
Anyway, Maddox Anderson at the plate.
And kind of falls down at the plate. The ball slowly rolls over to Brian Ferris, kind of awkwardly getting up and heading up the baseline, but gets easily thrown out. Not sure what happened. Kind of tripped up, couldn't get himself up right away, and an easy throw out for Brian Ferris over at first base off the bat of Maddox Anderson. Again, better to face the top of the order with at least an out and nobody on base.
Yeah, that white line kind of jumped up and grabbed Anderson.
We got exactly 100 computers logged on right now. Thanks for joining us for an exciting high school baseball game. My favorite kind to do. I always tell the coaches close ones. It makes for good radio and good video streaming. This pitch is going to miss outside. Puts the count at 1-1 for Luke Krull. Got on with a fielder's choice and scored back in the 5th inning. He's flown out and he's grounded out so far in the game. Comes the 1-1 pitch. That is hit over sharply over to Brian Ferris at short. Throws to first, and a good job at first by Jake Krieger. Gets pulled off the base and tags the runner as he goes by. Great athletic play, a great stop, but a better play at the end of it over on Jake Krieger's part to get the tag out at first.
Those basketball skills sure came in handy right there, snagging that ball down.
Ryan might have to buy Jake ice cream after the game.
Yeah.
Thanks for saving me, buddy.
Anthony Ware's coming up to bat now with 2 down and nobody on. Number 2 in the batting order. Boy, that thing dropped just perfectly in. Started right about the upper body of Wires and drops right through the strike zone. No offer, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, fastball, and another called strike. Having on a groove right now for Waupun.
Some pitchers tip their pitches a little bit. You can see what's coming. Evan Sauer does not. You don't know if it's curveball, a fastball.
And strike 3. 3 pitches, gets him looking. He looks confused, and he gets a 1-2-3 inning, ending with a looking strike 3. And Waupun looks pretty solid here defensively. We'll see what happens offensively coming up in the bottom of the 7th inning in a 3-3 regional championship ball game here at the Gus and Waupun. Back in just 1 minute on RP Sports.
The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Let our family take care of yours. We offer American Standard and Coleman furnaces and air conditioners that come with a 15-year parts and a 10-year labor warranty. Schedule us to come out and make sure your furnace, AC, or geothermal units are running at peak efficiency. Serving Fond du Lac, Dodge, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on to allphasecomforts.com.
Well, if the Waupun Warriors want to use the same formula, they got 2 runs into the 5th inning. This is kind of the area they started in toward the bottom of the order. Got Conrad Davis, who had a walk his last at-bat, and then a single off the bat of Hunter Camp, and those are the, well, then who we come up first here? We actually have Hunter Camp coming up first, and he's got himself a bunt single to get things going. Perfectly placed bunt down the line on the first pitch in, kind of caught him sleeping a little bit over at third base. Didn't get a good jump on it, and Hunter beats it out for an infield single. That's how you started out.
Gavin Weesey over there now. He moved over from second, so maybe not his initial position that he plays all the day.
Yeah, they do a little extra moving, and this is bunted in the air. Is that going to get caught? And it is by the catcher. Bunt attempt from Emmett Hall, but pops it in the air, and the catcher runs over there and grabs it. Maddox Anderson gets the catch. Big out there for the Xavier Hawks. And we'll bring up Mason Holtz. So Mason's got himself a base hit in the ball game so far, his last at bat. Catches the outside part of the plate on the fastball, and a call to strike 1.
Mason with that solid hit to right center that had the 2 RBIs.
I'd like to see something like that again.
Certainly capable. He can hit to all fields. He can pull the ball. He can take outside pitches the opposite way.
Pretty good sized gap in that right center field area if he wanted to go over there. They're kind of shading him a little bit to maybe go opposite field. And they're really not on the lines on either side. See a couple of cars out in the cheap seats, even one guy standing there in the cheap seats. So I'm glad they kind of left that area open for people to watch from out there. As my parents got a little older, they definitely like watching the games from out there. And you can either put it on your phone or you can listen to it on the radio. All the parents waiting for their kids to get out of high school, getting down to the last few days of high school across the street here at Waupun High School. 0-1 the count for Mason Holtz. Outside pitch, and smokes that one out of play over on the left field side. Puts the count now at 0-2.
And the wind has changed directions again, pretty much blowing straight in from right field now towards home plate. Pretty stiff wind as well.
Leg straight out. Here comes an 0-2 pitch. Working a little too far off the plate on that one, and makes the count 1-2.
Yeah, you've had some great games to call lately.
Yeah, it's just
extra inning games and tie games, and
yes, I love that. You live for those moments. A lot better than a blowout game, even though maybe once in a while it's good to have one if your team is the team that's handing out the blowout to the other team. 1-2 pitch, and that catches the outside part of the plate, and going down looking is Mason Holtz. Another big out for Xavier.
home plate umpire, definitely a pitcher's umpire. A little extra on each edge, which is fine as long as you're consistent.
Yeah, we'll bring up Evan Sauer. First pitch into him, a called strike.
Evan thought it was a little low, you could tell by his
little look back at the umpire. Gonna look back there and go just a little bit. Throw over to first base, not in time. So 2 down, that runner at first base, and getting close to possibly going into extra innings here. Waupun can't produce, but 2 down. Got another up to go, and you got a big part of your lineup. Why not right now? One the count to Evan. Waupun's best batter, the best batting average on the team. Oh, and he pulls that one, but pulls it foul out of play over on the left field side. Jumped on it, but again, a little ahead of it. 1-2 the count.
Bat speed definitely not an issue for Sauer. He can turn on any fastball.
1-2 the count with 2 down, that runner at first base. Next one is down in the dirt, and that's going to get underneath the legs of the catcher, and no throw to second base. Count is now 2-2, and a runner in scoring position for Waupun. Got some good speed out there.
Yeah, that's huge. That's really a huge. I think Camp might have stole the base without the ball getting away, but yeah, it's got a nice lead at second now.
Comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to miss low one inside. Now a 3-2 count. Of course, they showed that they do have respect for Evan. Last time he was up, they intentionally walked him after that delay. Probably at that time the right thing to do. 3-2 pitch to Evan Sauer, and he hits it up in the air out towards left field, and backing up is Reed Flick, and into his glove. We are going extra innings again. Second day in a row for me. Softball yesterday, baseball today. A 3-3 ball game going into the top of the 8th inning in just 60 seconds on RP Sports.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
A reputation for being the best, the toughest zero-turn mower ever made doesn't come easy. It's earned by a precision cut, a perfectly manicured lawn, a job well done. It's earned by outworking, outperforming, and outdoing with horsepower, handling, and versatility. It's heavy-duty build quality and cutting power that means business. Introducing Bobcat Zero-Turn Mowers. Bring tough to turf. See Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun and Watertown today, your official Bobcat dealer.
Okay, we are back for extra innings here in Waupun at the Gus. Waupun comes up empty in the bottom of the 7th inning, and we'll go to the top of the 8th inning. Number 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order coming up for the Xavier Hawks. Evan Sauer still on the mound for Waupun, looking rock solid back in the top of the 7th inning. Exciting stuff last night. We had a 9-inning game over at Jerry Meadema Field, and Waupun coming out on top in that game, a sectional semifinal. Waupun winning 5-4 to earn the right to play a game coming up at Seymour tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And they'll be taking on Freedom, the defending state champs, and number 3 ranked team in the state in Division II, and that game again at 5 o'clock. Hopefully we can get some electricity out there. We all plan on going up there, so we'll see.
Bring a set of jumper cables and we'll hook to the vehicle battery.
Sure. And first pitch is hit over the top of the glove of Landon Richter, the second baseman, out to right field. So a one-pitch single out to right field off the bat of Parker Bleck. Bleck had a double his last at-bat with 2 RBIs. They brought in those 2 runs to that big 3-run inning they had back in the 5th inning.
Is that the first hit that Evan's given up?
I believe it is. Yes.
Now the pitcher, Reed Hippis, up to bat, starting third baseman in the ball game that came in a few innings ago. First pitch into him, misses, ball 1. 116 computers logged in. Thanks for joining us here on Radio Plus. Watching yourself a good, exciting game. Weak little hit. This could be a little trouble off the line, and a good job by Evan Sauer picking it up and throw it to first to get the out over there. Does get the runner over to second base, though.
I was more impressed, actually, with Hippis on that play right there. He could have easily run over Evan Sauer because he was right on the baseline. I would think, right, Randy? It wouldn't have been interference.
Definitely interference. Yeah,
he was.
You have to give way to the fielder all the time. The fielder always has the right of way.
Here's a roller over to second base and picked up by Richter, throws to first, and that does advance the runner over to third base with 2 down. And Evans kept himself on that the fair side of the line anyway, so if he would have hit him, that would have been definitely the runner.
It doesn't matter fair or foul. Fielder always has the
right of way.
The right to the ball if they're playing the ball.
Okay. Learned something new today. I can go home now.
Yeah, we don't need to get the guy from New York, the head of the officiating. We got Randy. We put him right on during the game, then we got all the answers right here.
I actually had that last night in the softball sectional. Girl popped one up right about halfway to first, right near the line, and the pitcher was coming over to catch it, and the batter runner ran into her.
Here's the ball hit over towards shortstop. Ferris picks it up, throws to first. Speedy runner, one bounce over, and you see he was pulled off the base, and a run comes in for Xavier. Get an errant throw and trying to bring it in as Krieger, but making sure he gets the ball. He does get it, but he pulled his foot off, and a run comes in. Waupun now trails 4-3.
Checked out the replay there.
Yeah, it's the right call, I'm sure. It did look like there was some space.
Got to give him definitely the benefit of the doubt. He's looking right at the plate, too. He's in the proper position.
Okay, that would have been the third out, but again, just the throw pulling him off the base, and that allows a run to come in. And Waupun now trailing again by a score of 4-3, and up to bat is Reed Flick, left-handed hitter. Runner going and safe over at second base, so they're going to try to see if they can get some more while they can. 2 down, and making it happen after 2 down are the Hawks of Xavier.
Evan Sauer doing the job. He was able to induce the ground ball, but Waupun just not able to get that out.
It's the first bat of the game for Mr. Flick. Reed Flick again up to bat. 0-2 the count. With 2 down, that runner at second base. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Sauer. That's right down Main Street, watching it go by. Going down looking, but not before the damage is done. They do get a run for the Hawks. And Waupun now trailing 4-3 here after 7.5 innings. Waupun's half of inning number 8. They got to score at least one. You'll find out coming up in just 60 seconds on RP Sports.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. But everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Contact Ballwig Implement in either of their 2 locations, Waupun or Beaver Dam. Go online anytime at ballwig.biz.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
Okay, it's the bottom of the 8th inning. Waupun gives up a run on an errant throw over to first base that let a run come in. Otherwise, that would have been out number 3, and you got to deal with it now. You've got 4 in the batting order coming up the bat now for the Warriors with Jake Krieger stepping to the plate. See if they can get it going right now. And that goes right between the shoulder blades of Jake, and he's going to get himself a free pass. Hit by pitch. Not free, really. He's going to get a little bruise from that. So you do have to pay something. And you got a very good hitter coming up the bat now with Chase Beam. He had himself a nice solid single his last at bat back in the 6th inning.
Krieger taking just a moment to walk it off. He was not going to get out of the way of that one, I'll tell you that.
No.
I mean, you need to make an attempt, but that is straight in the box. That's just going to, looks like we're going to have another runner, Steve. Looks like Coach Stanky making a change right now, which is going to be a pinch runner, obviously.
Number 3.
That's one of the JV guys, I think.
Owen Ferrari?
Yeah, that's correct.
Hopefully that has something to do with his speed out there. I'm sure it does.
0 to 60 in 3 seconds, like a Ferrari, right?
You remember him from the JV
I
games,
do.
though?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
I like that name. Well, if I ever had to re-pick a radio name, that would be Owen Ferrari. That would be a cool name.
That would be a cool name for anything, yeah.
Yeah, it's just cool.
It is.
Steve
Hopefully-
Winterhack is not a cool name. That was Steve Winters for a lot of my early career. So I really had a stretch there with that one.
Hopefully, Mr. Ferrari is able to slide in at home plate here sometime in this inning and show his speed.
Yeah. Well, they're setting it up. Beam showing bunt again
Oh,
down the
good
first
one.
base line, but it's going to go foul. So a good try. That kind of came high and tight on him, and a good job fighting it off and trying to still get it down up that first base line, but that rolls foul. 1-1 the count now for Chase. Kind of fun walking slowly through all the parents section down there. Everybody's got their own view and coaching comments about the game and their views of what's going on, what should go on. There's a bunt up the first base line. First baseman eventually tags Beam. But he does his job and gets Ferrari over to second base.
Excellent job.
That's it.
Excellent job of playing small ball.
That's what you're doing right now. You're just trying to get that run. We need that one run to at least extend this ball game in a 4-3 deficit. And that'll bring up a very good hitting Ethan Cunningham to the plate. Hasn't got a hit yet this game. He's due, and see if we can get one right now.
He struggled yesterday, too, so you're right. He is absolutely due.
First pitch in, a swing and a miss into Ethan for strike 1.
Big swing right there. Ethan wanted to end this game on that swing.
0-1 the count to Ethan. This with the pitch. That is popped in the air towards right field. Giving chase the first baseman, and he hauls it in. Big catch by their first baseman over there with, sure that was Brightman, possibly? Or who's their first baseman?
Yeah, it is now.
23,
Yeah, he was the pitcher. Brightman, yes.
23 is,
I think they said
Parker Bleck.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Parker Bleck is now. They had Brightman over there for an inning, and then they switched up with the third base and first base and making some changes. But Waupun now down to their last out with that runner over at second base. Brian Ferris up to the plate, called strike 1. Down to the count 0-1.
Waupun probably taking a a strike before they swing the bat in this situation.
The runner at second base. Next pitch is going to miss high on the fastball from Hippus. 1-1 the count. Xavier up 4-3 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. 1-1 the count to Brian Ferris with 2 down and a very fast runner at second base for Waupun. Pitch into Ferris, pokes it out towards right field. Right fielder comes in, and that one's going to land in, and they're going to try to score. And here comes Ferrari into the home plate, and we are tied at 4 apiece. Over in right field, and Coach Derek Stanke sending Ferrari, and yes, he lives up to his name and scores from second base, and Waupun has tied this thing up at 4 apiece. What a big-time hit there for Ferris. Right at the right time. Bringing in the run, and now Waupun ties it up at 4 apiece.
Well, you mentioned it before, Steve, in the broadcast about Bryant has tons of experience playing already at varsity Legion and varsity ball already as a freshman. Comes through.
Big-time RBI. Now you've got Conrad Davis up at the plate. See if he gets some senior savvy here. Not a great batting average on the season, but he does find his way on base once in a while. Next pitch, a fastball. That's going to miss outside. Makes the count 1-1. Brian Ferris over at first base.
Yeah,
he represents the winning run right now for Waupun.
Hiptus cut that ball off and was going to relay it to the plate.
Runner goes, and Ferris is safe over at second base. So there you go. Runner in scoring position, but a 1-2 count. And an opportunity for the senior Conrad Davis to poke one somewhere and see if you get a chance to get your teammate in.
Get a nice memory in your senior season.
Yeah.
Get your team to sectionals with a walk-off hit.
Oh, the next pitch off the plate, but a called strike 3, and he goes down looking. So that is it for Waupun, but they did what they had to do. They got the 1 run. We've tied it up at 4 apiece, and we head to the top of inning number 9. That's coming your way in just 60 seconds on RP Sports.
Andy with us here at the other bar, Main Street in Waupun. The patio is going to be open if you want to brave the heat and humidity, Andy, right?
We finally got some good weather going, so yes, the patio is open at 11 o'clock daily. We serve food from 11, and our kitchen closes at 9 o'clock at night. We got specials going almost every day of the week. Monday, of course, we have pizza special along with all-you-can-eat shrimp and fries. Tuesday is Mexican all day. Wednesdays is wings after 4. Thursday is build your own burger. Friday is fish, of course, all day long. Saturday is appetizer special, buy one, get one half off. And our daily board changes by the day. You'll have to stop in and see what Tierney's rolling out of the kitchen for that day.
Meat raffle coming up on Sunday, right? Talk about that.
2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, yes. It's meat day once again. This week's proceeds are going to the Recording Angel. The mayor of Waupun, Ron Bishop, is spearheading that one, so he'll be part of that, of course. You'll have to come down and see Heather and Bryce at 2 o'clock on Sunday, and we'll do the meat raffle and kick it off and have some good times.
Have a great week, Andy. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Nick. Go Brewers.
Andy with us here from the other bar, Main Street in Waupun.
We return now to the Gus, and Waupun did their job. They got the run in. And now tie this thing at 4 apiece and forcing a 9th inning now. Top of the 9th inning. Xavier and Waupun tied at 4 apiece, a regional championship. Obviously, neither team wants their season to be done here today. And what's the time frame that Xavier has to get out of here? They have graduation tonight?
At 7 o'clock, I think, is their game time. And if I was a principal like I have been, it would be 6 o'clock report to school. So a 5 o'clock out of here, right?
A lot of guys are going to have their jerseys on underneath their cap and gown.
Yeah, only 2 seniors. Maybe they leave early and the team stays.
Yeah, that's right. There's none of the seniors that are out there on the field, I believe, for them.
I think that would be an appropriate, adjustment. I mean, you want to stay with your team, but you're only going to walk the stage one time in your life.
Yeah, this is hit out to short right field. They're going to try to get the play at first, and they got him! Nice job by Ethan Cunningham playing in shallow. Grabs it, throws to first, and gets the out. A 9-3 put out from the right fielder. Good heads up by Waupun's Ethan Cunningham was playing shallow and charged in that one and got the out at first.
Good stretch by Krieger as well. You don't see that a lot in baseball. You'll see it more in softball, but that's a good play. It's a good way to get razzed by your teammates when you're the hitter.
You're pulling a plow or something. I'm sure they're razzing them a little bit.
That was just a good play by Waupun, but you're gonna definitely hear about that when you come back to the dugout, getting thrown out from the outfield.
Maddox Anderson to the plate right now, the lefty. Boy, that's a nice fastball right down the middle and no offer.
Evan Sauer, just no emotion. What you want out of your pitcher, just on the mound doing his job.
1-1 pitch. That's going to miss just a bit inside. Makes the count 2-1. Alex Anderson, number 9 on the overall batting order, with the top of the order, Luke Kroll, awaiting on deck. That one down to the dirt, puts it at now a 3-1 count. I know one job I'll never do when I go watch my grandsons play baseball anymore, and that is be the one that runs the scoreboard.
I heard you talking about
and
that last night.
Yeah, we talked about it last night, and that's a tough job. And that's popped in the air, foul territory. Conrad Davis gives chase, and it's going to drift out of play. But it does make it a 3-2 count. Yeah, you hesitate for a second or two, and you've got about 5 angry grandmas looking over at you. Isn't there 2 strikes up there?
Yeah, don't you
Check
know
the
it
score. We're right. I think we got an extra run, and somebody tried to talk me into an extra run that wasn't really supposed to be there. So that's a lot of pressure. I said, somebody else take it. I got heart issues. I can't handle this.
Oh, man.
Here comes a 3-2 pitch now from Sauer, and he's going to miss high. So a walk issue to Maddox Anderson. That brings the top of the order up now for the Hawks, with Luke Kroll coming to the plate.
Yeah, when you umpire, you kind of learn to not listen to the people in the crowd, because usually the most ridiculous statements are the ones that come from people that have no knowledge at all about what's going on, just absolutely no clue what they're talking about.
I know somebody, but I can't say names at all. But yeah, there's some people that's just amazing, some of the things. I just try to be quiet as much as I can. First pitch is hit high in the air, but it's going to get pulled out of play over on the left field side for strike 1. Great battle between the number 2 and 3 seeded teams. The winner of this game will be playing coming up next week, Tuesday, in a sectional semifinal against the winner of Chilton, who's taking on Campbellsport at Chilton. Don't play too late there. No lights unless they put them in. It's been a few years since we've been there. We had the no light game.
That's been since about 2009, I believe.
Yeah, it was back when Taylor Nails was playing, because he had to come back and he had like the winning hit in that ball game. That was a home run, I think. Throw over to second base, and he's off the base as he overslid, which happens all the time here for people not used to this. And oversliding is Maddox, and or I should say the Desjardins that came in, and they got him as he overslid the base. He would have been safe, but overslid it, and Waupun knows that, keeps the glove on him, and they tag him out. So base is clear, 2 down. Now they can focus in on the batter, Luke Kroll.
I'm going to say the base dislodged. I don't know if it did or not. I see they're cleaning it up after the play was done, but
You may be saying that right now. That base
I don't know if it
dislodged
did or not. It didn't appear to from here.
I didn't think so. It didn't stand out as something that just happened there.
And if you're initially safe and the base comes loose, you cannot be tagged out. That's the rule on a dislodged base. Unless you make a secondary play. I'm going to throw that all at you, Steve. So if you get up and try and advance the third, now you're at liability to be put out.
You confused that hello already.
Oh, come on.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're safe. The base comes off. You can't be tagged out if the base comes loose.
Now there's a meeting between the base ump and the home plate ump.
Yeah.
Because that might be the situation. That might be what they're asking.
Coach must have made a good argument. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it just seemed like he was just obviously overslid the base anyway.
Yeah.
Unless he was trying to grab onto it and hang on as the rest of his body was going by. But having a discussion that could put a runner back at second base.
Also take the out off the board, which would be the bigger thing.
Out. He's out. So that's Waupun gets benefit of that call. We've got to agree that's
not done yet right now, but yeah. We saw that happen in the sectionals here one year, a number of years back, where the third base became dislodged on a slide. The ball got away. Waupun scored. That was a 0-0 game, I believe, at the time, and that umpire called it dead when that base came off, which is incorrect. That's plays on. That's a delayed dead. Stays live.
Okay, so back to Mr. Kroll. That's all you got to focus on right now with 2 down. Nobody on 1-1 count, and misses on the next pitch in, makes it a 2-1 count. Not a happy coach for Xavier with Tom Haricalla as their coach. Everybody's got to focus in on the batter right now with Mr. Krall, top of the order up. 3-1 the count. 4-4 ball game on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. And that one is popped in the air, and it's going to get hauled in right by the first base line and hauled in by the pitcher, Evan Sauer, for the out. And Waupun does escape here in the inning with a nice throw over to second base to force that out over there, and nobody scores. So Waupun heading into the bottom of inning number 9 in a 4-4 ball game. That's coming your way in 1 minute on RP Sports.
Let's spring into a new career with Saputo. Become part of a great company and team. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible maintenance and 12-hour shifts available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at just under $23 per hour and operator's pay starting at over $26 an hour. Great benefits and shift pay. Log on saputo.com/careers. Spring into a new career at Saputo. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
She's made comments. Her friends have hinted. You even have pictures on your phone of what she wants. You know her type, her style, and her taste. Now all that's left is the ask. Hi, this is Kate from Geisber's Jewelry. New diamond inventory has just arrived with a beautiful selection of engagement rings. Before you get down on one knee, come see us at Geisber's Jewelry. 5 generations helping say, I do, in a special way. Geisber's Jewelry, Main Street, downtown Waupun.
Okay, we are back at Gerald E. Thompson Field in Waupun, and a good place to start. We agree. We all love Hunter Camp when he comes up, makes things happen at the number 9 spot. Really good at setting up the top of the order, so he starts things out. Then Emmett Hall and Mason Holtz, first 3 scheduled batters for Waupun to face Reed Hippus. First pitch is fouled out of play over on the first base side for strike 1.
Hunter Camp, one of those players, if he's not hitting 9, he might be hitting 1.
Yeah.
You know, he could be a leadoff guy. So, yeah.
I don't know how you get that position. How do you, where they kind of throw you at like some coaches, I think, like having that guy that has a pretty good batting average. And we've seen that with Waupun teams in the past. I can't remember some of the other number 9 hitters we've had in the past, but very effective guys that have set up the top of the order in the past. So that's definitely a thing that Coach Stanke likes to do. 0-2 pitch, and they're going to call him out. Again,
Hunter didn't like it either. Inside.
I thought we were friends, me being the catcher, you being the home plate umpire, but he goes down looking, and that'll bring up Emmett Hull. See if we can get something going with 1 down and nobody on.
Yeah, some guys like hitting in that 8 or 9 spot. You get more fastballs normally.
Fastball, strike call to Emmett Hull. And with the leadoff batter for Waupun with Mason Holtz awaiting on deck. 1 down, nobody on. Next pitch is fouled out of play. Now makes the count 0-2.
Skies are still very dark to the east of here.
It's just been, I bet you they've just been getting nailed just over on that eastern part of the state. I know his wife was over in Fond du Lac and says they were just getting dumped on. There's a chopper over towards third base, picked up by the third baseman, sets, throws, and gets the out at first base. Solid play there by the third baseman. Okay, and we've got 2 up and 2 down. That'll bring up Mason Holtz. Evan Sauer waiting on deck. Couple guys in a row here that can make some stuff happen with 2 down. First pitch into him is going to miss low and inside for ball 1.
I think Mason is going to hit one out here with the wind just blowing in hard.
And that's going to get out to left field and a 2-out base hit for Mason Holtz. Just by Mason again going opposite field. The diving third baseman can't quite get to it over there.
The MO of this baseball team has been to score runs after 2 outs. They've had to work hard to do it, but they've been able to do it quite a bit this season whenever we've been watching them.
That will bring up a very dangerous batter right now with Evan Sauer. Pitch into him. He's going to miss outside for ball one. Exciting stuff here. 9th inning in a 4-4 ball game. A 2 down for Waupun, runner at first base. Next pitch into Evan. Big healthy cut on that one, but chops it foul over on the third base side.
Evan right on the box line with his toes. Really gets up on the plate.
So 1-1 count to Evan with that runner at first. It's the pitch. That one is on cork, but pulled well out of play. Evan would like to end this game right now. A big swing like that, but now sitting down in the count 1-2.
But he knows Evan's a pull hitter. They're shading him towards left.
That one's going to miss off the plate.
Been getting that call out there, but that one was probably a bit low. I would think that was called as being low.
2-2 the count. Another pitch from Reed Hippus. And that is outside. Runner goes, and that's going to get past the second baseman, but he backed it up, keeps the runner at second. So now a totally different situation. A little gapper right now off the bat of Evan Sauer. Count is now 3-2, and Waupun could get that run to cross home plate and end this ball game.
Outfield's going to be playing somewhat shallow. At least they should be. Going to be able to make a throw to the plate.
3-2 pitch now for Reed Hippus. Evan Sauer at the plate for Waupun. Here's the pitch. Again, kind of challenging him. That was kind of heading right down the middle, but ahead of it again is Evan. Keeps the count at 3-2. Good battle going on with pitcher and hitter right now. And a big part of the ball game. 4-4 contest, regional championship.
Good speed, and Holt sitting over at second base. Good lead out there and gets a nice secondary as well. Just need a ball in play.
Here we go, another 3-2 pitch on the way for Evan Sauer. Ooh, that one coming high and tight, and catcher trying to say that was that a swing when he spun around to get out of the way. The plate umpire says no. That's
the
a walk.
bat definitely went through the zone.
Coach not happy with that non-call by the official, and that is ball 4. And over at first now is Evan Sauer, and you got another strong hitter up. Jake Krieger still looking for that little gapper to bring that run in from second base and win this ball game. Here we go again with a new batter, and Krieger up the bat, hits it out towards left center field, and that's going to drop in. Runner's going to score from second base. Here comes a throw way over the home plate, and Waupun wins 5-4 in 9 innings. Holt scoring from second base, and Jake Krieger, your hero, with a ball hit out to left center field. Waupun heading out of the sectionals, the regional champs here at the Gus in Waupun. Big time hit for Jake Krieger. Wow.
Wow, what a finish.
Yeah, man, I tell you, that was exciting stuff. And Holtzy had the Jets on right away, was not going to stop, and just a way errant throw to home plate. Perfectly hit ball, and Waupun escapes with a victory here, and are heading on to the sectionals to take on the winner of Campbellsport at Chilton. And that'll be next Tuesday. Congratulations to Derek Stanky and his Waupun Warriors. And we're going to have to go down and probably talk to a few people down there, but I'm going to head down there, and you guys can talk amongst yourself and do whatever you want to do. If you want to take a break right now, go ahead. So I'm going to head down.
Let's do that, Jeff. Yep. Let's run a couple commercials. We'll come back and wrap up, and by that time, possibly Steve will be on the field and be ready to get some on-field live interviews.
Yeah, stick with us. We'll be back here shortly.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox.
A reputation for being the best, the toughest zero-turn mower ever made doesn't come easy. It's earned by a precision cut, a perfectly manicured lawn, a job well done. It's earned by outworking, outperforming, and outdoing with horsepower, handling, and versatility. It's heavy-duty build quality and cutting power that means business. Introducing Bobcat Zero-Turn Mowers. Bring tough to turf. See Waupun Equipment Company in Waupun and Watertown today, your official Bobcat dealer.
Hi, this is Bucky with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Wisconsin weather, it goes through the phases, like us. Whether you need a repair to your current system or an upgrade to a brand new one, we have you covered in all seasons and all phases. Ask about our Guardian maintenance plans to help keep your units running efficiently and reliably all year through. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Werner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
So we are back. Gus Thompson's Field after Waupun defeats Xavier in 9 innings, 5-4. And a quick rundown a little bit. Jake Krieger, starting pitcher for Waupun, pitched 4.1 innings, 4 1/3 innings, threw 79 pitches, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs. He had 2 walks. And then Evan Sauer came in, and he only gave up 2 hits in the game, I believe. So yeah, good game. We're still waiting for Steve. We're gonna go live to the field right now. I think we are ready. Here we go.
Okay, we're on the field right now and talking to Jake. What a ball game for Victory Region. It's
breaking up.
Yeah. I don't know why.
No other option. That's all you got to do. The only option is to get them in. So that's all I'm thinking. I'm thinking pound something up the middle, drive them in.
What does it say about your team? You hung in there, you dug a tool, and you guys answered in. You know, think about your team, how you back after being down by 2 runs.
That's what we've been all year. Just fight, and battle back, and that's what we did tonight.
Well, Jake, to be following you over at sectionals, so great job.
See you there.
Okay. Thoughts? Championship too. Plaque that they just thought. I'm sure any hits you were just figuring on scoring them. But
yeah, I knew that to test him in the outfield. So as soon as he made contact, I was running as fast as I could, and I knew it got down. I knew off the bat that it was gonna. So I just had to make sure that we could get home.
You think about the spirit of your team coming back from a couple runs down and then coming up with this victory in extra innings, and how is this going to help you going into the sectionals?
We've picked up our energy a ton these last few games, and it's great to have them younger guys in the dugout keeping that energy up, and just we've all been making plays, so that just helps us keep the energy up.
Well, congratulations, exciting finish there, and go celebrate with your team. A great job.
Thank you.
See if we can talk to Coach Derek Stanke yet, and we'll wrap things up here from the field. But again, Derek Stanke joining us. Waupun winning 5-4, 9 innings, and Coach, talk about this game. What a game, a pretty nice team that you played here today and gave you a good battle.
Yeah. And, even at the state championship level, and this was one of the best games I've ever been a part of. I mean, Xavier was well prepared. Our guys were well prepared. It comes down to doing a little execution there at the end, and we had some opportunities earlier, and we didn't maybe execute to the way we wanted to, but we got it done there in the bottom of the ninth, I guess it was.
Yeah, right at the bottom of the ninth inning. Unbelievable. What did you learn about your team here today in this regional championship?
Fighters, warriors. And they've done it all year, too. We've been down before, and we always seem to claw the way back, and it's pretty special when they're, being as young as they are with 2 seniors only, and there's no fight, there's no give up in them. There's just a ton of fight. They were never out of it. They just, we didn't have a hit through 4 innings, and we were actually winning 1-0. So, I mean, the guys, they don't like to lose, and they're going to give everybody the best shot.
Thoughts about getting back to sectionals again coming up next week?
Yeah, it's an awesome feeling. One day away from making the state tournament, one day of good baseball, and anything can happen. There's some upsets yesterday already in the first round of playoffs that a lot of coaches and teams didn't expect to see, but you're one day away, and you just got to be great for 2, and there'll be some quality teams that are giving it their all, and we'll see what happens. We haven't been to Winneconne, even though they're in our conference, and we usually play there every year, but they came here for a doubleheader this year. But we're excited to get there, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you had a bunch of people that were watching, too. You were up to about 150 viewers out there as far as computers logged on, which means a lot more viewers. So you got a big following right now, and I think it's going to increase as you go along. So good luck at sectionals.
Thank you, and good luck to the softball girls tomorrow, too, in sectional finals.
Okay. Again, Coach Derek Stanke joining us. Waupun wins 5-4 in extra innings. Bottom of the ninth inning, walk-off hit for Jake Krieger. And we're going to send it back up to you guys to wrap things up in the booth.
All right, thanks, Steve.
And okay, we will quickly wrap things up here. Again, Waupun wins in 9 innings, 5-4. Waupun with 8 hits in the game, as Coach Stanke just alluded to. They were 4 innings without a hit. They still had that one run that they kind of generated in that first inning, but a really nice job. And they went behind 3-1 at one point, able to struggle and battle and get back tied at 3-3, and then push one across here in the bottom of the ninth. So excellent victory, and as Jeff mentioned, they will be playing on Tuesday at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Tuesday. That's a sectional that will be played all in one day, so you'll have an early game, 1 p.m. game, and then if you would win, you would play in the championship later that afternoon, probably approximately 4 o'clock. So all done in one day, and the winner of that sectional would move on to the state tournament up in Appleton. So
yeah, I believe the first game's at 10 o'clock, and then 1 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock, I think, is the championship. Does that sound about right?
That sounds approximately right, yes. And it's really a nice format that they get it done in one day. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Great job, Steve. Great job on the field with the interviews, and we are going to check out. So thank you for all your support today.
Radio Plus Sports.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Cale Peterson. And Gracie Gopalin puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor into the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Waupun on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets.
Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walder's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right. Off to the races the other way. Throws it up to Emba, throws it down and in. Unbelievable alley-oop to Ben Emba, and throws it down for the 2. What a feed into Ben Emba from Will Sines.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! She scored! And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at RadioPlusInfo.com.